Alright, here we are, ready to get started again with Session 2 of the Prequels Reimagined. I'm your director, Mike, and these are our players. Let's start off with the Nerdarchy crew.
How you doing? I'm Nerdarchy Ted. I will be playing the whipped aggressor, Trognor the Scarred.
And I'm Nerdarchy Dave, and I am playing Gazak, the Zito?
Zextro.
Zextro. And he's a soldier sharpshooter. I just want to shoot stuff, basically.
Hi, I'm Ed, Kav Gassad. He is a Deveronian sentry, or sentinel, pardon my French.
I am Alyssa, and I am playing the assassin droid, MRDR-AR.
Alright, and where we last left off, the mass combat had ended. There were heavy casualties on the civilian front, but the battle was in the end victorious at the cost of also Anakin Skywalker going unconscious and Obi-Wan just beginning to regain consciousness himself. And then right where you guys were, and right where they also crash landed, an escape pod drops out, and out you see a hooded figure pulls it back to reveal a Zabrak with black and red tattoos, and that is where we left off.
So, question: do these NPCs have plot armor?
You're welcome to find out.
Use it as a meat shield. Risk destroying the entire Star Wars universe.
So we pre-rolled our destiny pool, and for the first time in all the gameplays that I've ever seen of Star Wars, we actually got all light side points. So
honor system true.
Yep.
if this is an omen, or whether this is the dice gods favoring us, knowing that it looks like we're about to go into a fight with Darth Maul and we need all the help that we can get. Who knows?
I'm sorry, did you say all the help or all the health you can get?
Both.
Yes.
Little from column A, a little from
Column
column
B.
Starting a lightsaber fight with a legend potentially, and being down a third of my wounds, I'm not liking my odds. So having a full light side points.
And that's a fair point to bring up. None of your characters know this character. You guys have heard about this. You two have heard about the Sith as this enemy of the Jedi that hasn't been seen for a millennia at the Battle of Ruusan. And that's been it. What is this doing here?
Correct. So that all the talk about quote unquote Darth Maul, that's metagaming. That's not what our characters know or speculating.
But those are impressive tats.
Impressive tats are impressive tats, no matter where you're from.
So the Zabrak pulls back his hood, and we see the cool spiky horns and what have you.
Sick 'em, Fido.
I don't know what he is yet. Can I?
Well, what kind of ship did he arrive in?
An escape pod.
An escape pod
From one of the
capital ships.
And they were the bad guys, right?
They were the bad guys.
See, you know exactly who he is. He's a bad guy.
So he's a bad
He's
guy.
an enemy.
Sick 'em, Fido. This is what you live for.
You guys are players.
you
You
covered.
have the chance to say something first or attack first if you.
Do you surrender?
The dark side embraces adversity.
Doesn't sound like he's one of your peoples, my friend. Sick 'em.
So with
Drawing
that-
4 pistols, backing off.
With that, I will.
Circling to the side.
Oh, sounds like combat's being initiated.
I was saying I'm striking my lightsaber. So.
Okay, there we go.
Now he mentions dark side, and
I know how this goes. You get, dark side, light side, Jedi, these saber wielding fools going. It's like oil and water. They're going to fight.
All right, so it's time to roll initiative to get this out of the way. So, to recap, that is either cool or vigilance.
No cool here.
Did you roll that as well?
vigilance
No
is
cool as well?
will.
Yes, you do.
All right, so.
Vigilance, you say.
All right, so that's just
Alright,
roll, right?
So I get. Alright, so I have a 3 willpower. So it starts off this, and then 1 vigilance.
That gets
So do
upgraded.
this and that.
Yep, that.
So, I have 1 success and 4 advantages.
Nice. You'll be probably the first to go at the 1.
Well, it's only 1 success.
That's right. You'll probably be the first to go at the 1 because
Oh,
advantages
okay.
are used to determine tiebreakers.
I have 1 and 1. And Dave's at 4 advantage.
Kav is at 1.
1 success.
How many advantages?
None.
Okay.
I roll 1 yellow. I have very low willpower. I'm a droid.
1 and 1.
And you had no advantages?
No advantages.
All right, Trognor.
I'm a droid. I have a 1 willpower.
1, 2, 3, 4, and then our unknown Zabrak in the middle.
Dave, how'd you do?
Yeah, 4 advantages.
Okay. I have a mouse that could be using that.
That's because you have so many guns to draw.
No, this isn't looking for cover.
Oh, okay.
Jedi's deflect laser blasters back at you for as far as I know, so looking for cover.
Okay, so now rolling for
I don't want to know.
Maul.
That's not.
No, that is.
It has a 4. That's right. It's upgraded twice. There we go. Oh, he's going first.
He's got a triumph.
What a surprise. Oh.
No. Oh, yeah, he does. 1 triumph,
Well,
3 success, and an advantage.
well, the triumph just.
That's just
Triumph,
that's
so.
just insult to injury.
It's been nice knowing you guys.
Is there something we can do with the weather machine? Blow up that area.
What? Blow up the area with your allies there?
Yes.
Crash a satellite into
Never
the.
forget that this droid doesn't care about organics.
Are we on comm links to each other? Do we have that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I
going
think
on?
we were
Yeah,
talking.
you do.
Okay.
Yeah. Assuming my comlink works again after the EMP.
All right, so.
That's right.
All right, so. All right,
So can I retcon, you know, this escape pod and this scary looking, well, I wouldn't say scary looking dude, but I would describe to our teammates that are out and about doing another mission.
Yeah, I can't imagine your character ever describing anything as being frightening.
Yes. Correct.
You would've-
Unless I'm describing myself.
Unless you like
Also-
see your reflection.
Also not eloquent. I imagine that you'd be able to get off to them. Enemy escape pod landing, at least 1 occupant inside.
All right. Just not as nice sounding.
Yes. Feel free to
Not
make
Brown-
that.
more
not
growling
truly
and
scary.
Feel free to
either.
make that your own words. Right now.
All right. So when the pod lands, an enemy pod incoming.
Come on, I want to hear a Whippet voice. What's a Whippet sound like?
I had a voice last time, and I'm trying to get it back.
Deep and growly, I imagine.
I imagine so too.
Your designation says HK. That means hunter killer.
Okay.
So we have a enemy escape pod inbound. After it opens, what I know of Zabraks. Like,
They're a common enough species. There's Eth Koth on the Jedi Council, who is a Zabrak.
so then when it actually pulls back his hood, it's Zabrak looks like a warrior, and then dialogue claims the dark side of likes adversity. I'll keep the channel open so they hear what actually goes on.
And as you scream from being murdered.
Well, yeah, when they hear that, but
Like,
all right.
hey man,
So-
there's
Alright,
some
so-
freaky lightsaber action going on down here. You guys should get down here, drop a satellite on them or
All right,
something.
so
Actually,
so,
I was thinking
on to
Mike
Maul's
Tyson with
turn.
it, actually. But
all right, again, on to Maul's turn. You Jedi and so-called servants of the light are oblivious to everything. As he ignites his lightsaber, the dark side has clouded you all to what I have done here, and charges at. Let's see, it's only 2 targets.
It would be me.
Well, I don't know. He's an easier target. He's further away.
I will definitely be further away.
Charges at you.
That's what I figured.
All right,
So I will unleash my my battle roar as he comes in at me, and who knows? Maybe he'll roll poorly.
yeah, you never know. All right, so you see him dash forward towards you using a lightsaber style you are very unfamiliar with. What are your ranks in lightsaber skill?
My lightsaber ranks are 2.
Okay, and what is your intellect?
My intellect,
Yes.
2.
How about cunning?
Cunning is 2.
All right, roll this just to see if you can identify the lightsaber style. See if you can identify something to benefit you in your fight against him.
That's a triumph.
Triumph with 2 threat remaining. Cool. Okay, so you are going to incur an additional setback every time you attack this guy because you have identified his. Okay, but the weird thing is, those two threats are going to translate to 1 setback every time you attack him.
Mm-hmm.
But the triumph, in addition to giving you a success, is going to let you get 1 upgrade on an attack against him. You don't have to use it on this next attack.
Okay.
But at one point during this fight, you can say, I'm going to upgrade, as if I was drawing from the Destiny pool without having to draw in the Destiny pool. So Maul's coming at you, bro. What's your melee defense?
Well, before we even get into that, he's got to see how terrifying I am.
Okay, what's the okay? How many ranks of fearsome do you have?
3.
Okay. He's a Zabrak.
I know it's not going to work, but I mean, it's...
There's always a chance.
It can't hurt to try.
Imagine
No.
if you
No.
strike fear in the.
That would be
Yeah,
epic.
that would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Like,
That would be
And
awesome.
consider talking to him in a Batman voice. That seems to always work.
All right, so now
Which
we've
one?
gotten past the fearsome.
Melee defense is 1.
The
You
scary
see him.
one.
All right, so
It's my Batman voice.
to get back to your style identification roll,
Mhm.
you recognize this as something that has not been widely taught or even made knowledge of in the Jedi Temple, but because you're a whippet, you like strength, aggression, combat proficiency, you know of the 6th form of lightsaber combat. I'm sorry, 7th form of lightsaber combat, Juyo.
Oh, okay.
This
Ted
is,
does not know what Chuyo is, but that's
all right,
fine.
this is a highly offensive form of lightsaber combat. There is almost no defense related to it. Matter of fact, the defense involved in it is more in intercepting enemy attacks and maintaining yourself as a whirling engine of death and saw blades. But they're lightsabers.
Lovely.
I'm imagining the lightsaber sight.
All right.
You're about to become intimate with
The
that
one
style.
practicer you know of the 7th form of lightsaber combat is Mace Windu, but he has made it Vapad or Vapad, depending on your pronunciation.
Mhm.
It is a much more Jedi-friendly
Version?
version,
Okay.
but only he has practiced it. All right, so he's coming at you, bro. What's your melee defense? 1?
You
Oh
got
well,
this.
he's gonna. I'm sorry, he's gonna take that off because he's got a custom grip. All right, custom grip. What's that?
You got a custom grip?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Ooh.
bad news for you is that he has also from it being a superior weapon. He has enough to attack you twice because his dual red-bladed lightsaber has the linked 1 quality, which means he can attack you twice.
Okay.
So you have 9 damage incoming twice. Are you unconscious?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you in half? Hey guys, we need another whippet down here fast.
Alright, so on the critical injury table. Feel free to edit this out, by the way.
Oh yeah, I'll get right on that.
Or maybe just edit it in.
We're gonna zoom in on your butt as you bend over.
Exactly, edit that in. So, critical injury plus 10. 47.
37.
Well, yeah, but you plus.
Oh, right.
Plus
plus
10.
Yeah, so 47. Well, this isn't going to affect you since you're unconscious. currently. Headringer. Increase the difficulty of all intellect and cunning checks by 1 until the end of the encounter.
Got it.
So write that down in your critical injuries.
All right. Intellect and cunning +1 difficulty.
Yes. You then see Maul get into another stance to prepare to either attack or receive attacks from you, Bronstein, or Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan is up now. Okay.
Oh, is Obi-Wan? Let's find out.
Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just let him be up. Okay.
He is up next.
Okay.
That's the only thing that I have a problem with when I have a lot of NPCs. I forget to give them actions sometimes.
Oh, I didn't know if he was conscious yet. That was what I meant.
He woke up
Oh,
just at
Obi-Wan-
the end
oh,
of,
I didn't know if he
Obi-Wan
was
is
up.
up.
He woke up at the end of last
Okay.
session.
Anakin is wiped out.
He's not going anywhere anytime soon.
I could do the Galaxy a huge favor right now. Just shoot Anakin in the head 6 times.
Well, why would you do that? He helped you. He's been your buddy.
He did something distinctly dark side last session, though.
What was that?
I don't remember exactly, but I remember it was
Doesn't
very dark
doesn't sound important now.
side.
Must not have been really dark side. All right, so Obi-Wan is up next. He is then going to get next to you and start doing some weird flourishing with his single lightsaber.
Yo, man, what are you getting near me for? Lightsabers attract lightsabers. Get away! And I start backing away.
Where do you think he's going next? When it's your turn, you can back up. Activating total defense on Surisu. Oh, you're in luck. What's your defense?
My defense is 1.
Guess what? It's going up 1.
Nice.
At least 1. I'm just gonna double check that I got.
He's got a custom
What?
grip, so it doesn't matter.
No, it's what, 5 success?
Defensive circle gains defense. And you get.
Wait a second. So when damage comes in, you take your brawn off of that.
Your
Is
soak.
that
Your
the way-
soak.
All right.
What's
So
Your
your
soak-
what's your soak?
Yeah. Your soak value is based off your brawn score plus your war and AV.
okay. So my brawn is a 5.
Mm-hmm.
So that should really only been 8 damage, right?
4.
Well, no. See,
9.
it was 9 incoming.
Twice,
So 9 minus 5 is 4.
right?
Twice is 8.
So I really only took 8.
Yes. Does that
Okay.
put you under?
8 does not put me under.
He's playing possum. You gotta remember where you want him at. He's never gonna expect this.
Well, that's kind of important.
Yeah, not being unconscious. But all those things that,
Also,
said,
you
that
would
he
take,
said weren't going to
also you
affect
would
you.
not have incurred that critical injury.
Yes.
Let's just retcon that now, since it's easy.
All right.
Since it just happened, we'll retcon it.
It's not like we're going back.
So actually, you are gaining defense 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gaining 5 defense.
Nice. I'm going to brace my pistols on Obi-Wan's shoulders.
Above and below.
Yes. Well, no. I'll brace the ones up top, but right before I fire, I'll whip the ones out from underneath. I'll never be expecting those.
Right.
They
'Cause
never expect. No.
They never expect a Zexto backpack,
All right.
attack backpack.
all right, Kav, you've been alerted to the whole situation going on. What do you do?
I'm not sure if the data spike he was using from last time is still good. If not, is it a maneuver for a data spike? If he's like
Yeah.
to bump up his
Yeah.
So he's going to.
You're not actually slicing the computer. That's an action.
Well, he is going to.
We've already sliced it.
We're sliced in, but what I'm going to do is use a data to try to help bump my score, my
That's
roll
a
up,
maneuver.
and then I'm going to basically try to contact all the industrial droids in the sector, and say, clean up on Isle Zabrak.
And you're gonna order them to attack Darth Maul.
Pretty much. Hopefully, I'm not creating more of a flustercluck than I'm actually fixing. But
At the very least, it'll slow them down.
but
Okay, you're welcome to.
So I don't know.
What's up?
The superstorm we created last time. What's going on with that right now? Where did we create that? Is that
That
near
was
this
around the
combat,
capitals.
or-
That was for the mass combat, but after the mass
Okay,
combat
okay.
ended, it has
Okay, just checking. I couldn't remember how that.
it has not been
We
responding.
can't drop a God of Thunder on them, unfortunately. I don't think. That's a GM ruling. But, so...
You also know that you could easily take an escape pod and be down there next turn.
Oh, I could.
Not next turn, but in one turn. So you spend one turn in the pod, then you're there at the beginning of the next turn.
So you could leave now and be there around 3.
And Obi-Wan is up. I didn't think I could be there that quickly. In that case, yeah, I'm going to actually go that route if I can get there that quickly.
Okay. Then
Okay,
that is
while
done.
we're in the escape pod, I'm assuming I don't have any slice ability. I'm not connected.
Nope.
Okay.
If there's any slicing you want to do, now's the time. Because it's just a maneuver to get into the pod.
Okay, instead of the data spike, I'm going to save my maneuver. I'm going to make a straight roll, and then I'm going to use my maneuver to get into the pod.
Okay.
So, what's my difficulty on...
It will be 2 and 2 setbacks.
where did I put my... here we go. 2...
And then I will tell you a group of 3 droids you can call upon down there.
Okay. Hopefully they are not like heavy lifters that like.
Mouse droids.
Okay. No, I probably did. Oh well, no, I evened out.
No.
It comes out to
Zero.
one
Disadvantage.
one disadvantage is all. So no successes, one disadvantage.
Okay. Well, instead of sending a maintenance droid, a medical droid, or a security droid to that area, do you know what you do? You have 3 of them load into the pod with you and make it very difficult. Give me a 3 strain to work your way around them, and then you get into the pod.
3. Okay, so I'm not making a roll, just
No,
taking
just
3
take 3
strain.
strain.
Okay. Is HK going to be, or actually, what are you?
There is
MR.
there is no room now because of that threat.
MR, well, can she
Can I
MRGR
shoot the other
is-
droid?
take an action and a maneuver and throw one of them out of the pod and get in?
That's up to her.
MR, you
Up
coming?
next is
Peace Finger.
Well, it depends. Can we pilot a...
Trognor.
Wait, quick question. Can we pilot an escape pod?
That's part of the thing.
Okay. Well, we
Right,
can land it
so
on top
I'm,
of them, so...
I will use
Yes,
my
we can
maneuver.
take, if you only need to
to
dislocate
do
one,
a
we'll
stim
take the
pack.
medical maybe.
Cool. Heal 5.
No, it'd be better to keep the medical one with a...
That's what I'm saying
Oh,
with
yeah.
us.
Pretty much takes care of
maintenance,
one
we
of
don't
his
need the maintenance.
one of his blasts.
Wait,
But,
I might need
I'm
the
not-
maintenance.
Okay,
As
we'll get
easily
rid of the security.
dissuaded.
You are
I
security.
am security. I'm on the... I'll go to the blue spot. I'm on the blue spot.
So what was that like? A near knockdown blow, and you're like, hey, that's pretty good.
Right now, he's looking at his. I'm already beat the heck with scars and what have you. This is probably just accruing yet another one. So
You never had a lightsaber wound before.
that's true. All right, so brawn of 5, lightsaber of 2. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I have the setback from him. I will take my free upgrade. I will take another one if I'm allowed.
Yeah.
What is my difficulty, sir?
It is that and that.
Okay. Wish me luck.
Good luck.
So that cancels that.
Mm-hmm.
3 setback. So that's canceled by that. That leaves me with 4 success.
All right, congrats. You hit. What is your base damage plus 3?
lightsaber is 7, with breach 1, sunder 1.
So you got 7 damage incoming. All right, good. So, you're initially a little hesitant because, and I mean, not really too hesitant, because you've never faced Juyu in combat before. But then you take a probing strike into where you think a weak spot will be on him, and it looks like you're about to connect with him, and then he brings up his lightsaber to deflect a measure of the blast, a measure of your blow off of him. What is your damage?
7.
7 plus 3 is 10. He has, and he'll parry 6 of that, so he will take 4 wounds. All right, so it is a, all right, so it's like a Magnum PI injury right here.
So breach and sunder, does that do?
Breach should
He
do
has-
1 armor, right?
Well, no, breach takes away 10 soak,
Okay.
so he has no Warren AV effectively against these attacks. Just like you shouldn't have had any AV against those attacks either. But we're not going to retcon that now. All right, so that is 4 damage on him. And 3 strain. On to the next one.
All right. So I am going to. I guess I'm going to fire with.
I'm sorry, the next one is
Yeah, I was
murder
gonna say, I
rated.
didn't
Oh.
know. The security droid, right?
Yeah, may as well
I'm
take
going
this.
to wrestle the security droid out, and I'm going to get in his place.
Okay. Give me a brawn check. Give me
Oh, good.
give me an athletics check against this droid.
Can't be like dexterity or something. Can I shoot
It's-
it first?
It's at 2 difficulty. No, you said you were going to wrestle it out.
Yeah. That's right, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Booyah! 1 success, 1 advantage.
All right. What's your character's brawn?
2.
Okay, good. So you match it. The biggest difficulty is that it's trying to follow its orders while you are impeding its way.
Okay.
So
Pull
you,
its head off.
Pretty sure I have
so
a
it-
bigger gun, though.
So it keeps trying to go in. You try to get in front of it. You're like, must enter pod. And then instead of trying to shove it back, you just turn it to its side so it walks into a
Enter
wall.
that pod.
No, so it just walks into the wall, and then you get into the pod.
Alright.
All right. Dave,
Stupid
Okay.
droids.
So if I fire with all 4 pistols, 3 setback, right?
3 difficulty.
3 difficulty. Which are the purples? Okay.
And that's on top of the standard difficulty of 2.
Okay.
And then upgraded twice, because
4.
adversary.
Okay. So.
2 purples
2.
become 2 reds.
Okay.
And then 3 more setbacks from his range defense. Sorry, 4 setbacks from his range defense.
Son of a-
Black. The black dice.
all right. All right. Now that's a lot of dice. So can I use the same maneuver twice?
Do you have maneuvers to use them?
Yes.
Then yes. I have aimed twice before.
Okay. All right. So I need to get 2 advantages to keep firing. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I have superior pistol, so I automatically get 1.
All right, so let's mark that down somewhere. Like, get one of those dies that has an advantage and put that like on the edge or something.
Yeah, just put that there.
All right. All right. No whammies. All right.
I see no despair. You have failed me.
Yeah. Try to do what I can.
You got a lot of disadvantage here.
So there's these are for these threats. All right. So.
I'm sorry. Were those?
He's canceling.
I'm.
Oh, this is advantage. These are
failures.
failures, so they don't cancel each other.
Oh, did I grab the wrong ones? No,
Yeah, that cancels those guys.
You guys can re-roll again, because
Yeah.
He's got
I think I
a
grabbed the wrong one. And Ted's jumping into my dice.
I just was sorting.
let's just supervise here. All right,
Alright,
so
blanks.
yeah, get rid of the blanks first. All right, so these.
Okay.
So that's
These are the threats,
so
right?
so these 2 will cancel each other out. Success and failure.
Okay.
The purple in one of those.
So Well, all this, right?
No. See, look, these are two opposing symbols again. There's the failure and there's a threat.
Yeah.
And then blank goes away. And then you have one threat, one advantage, so that goes down to one success. That goes away. So you have two failures.
And this will go to
One failure.
one failure. That goes away.
And two threats.
So a failure and two threats. Ooh, it was a bust.
Well, hey, that could have gone a lot worse.
Well, actually,
No, one because it cancels out the natural.
yeah.
advantage,
So
yes.
I got one,
One and one.
and one bad.
All right. The next time. All right. So you try opening fire on him, and then you begin to realize that he's able to move this lightsaber around really quickly because it's double bladed, and there's a lot more coverage than you would ever have anticipated. Then again, you've probably never encountered a double bladed lightsaber foe before.
Probably not.
So naturally, you'll be too familiar on how to do offensively against him.
We'll change our tactics.
And you're
next
going
time.
to incur you're going to incur another setback when attacking him.
Okay.
So let's put that
To
next to the side too.
You like me. Get to keep it black.
Gazek was up. Maul is up again. He doesn't like this pesky Hulk of a Jedi next to him. He's going to attack you again. Melee defense is a 1.
Yes.
All right. He goes again. Whirly Geo Death Machine, go. Ooh.
Is that ooh isn't good for me or ooh isn't bad for me?
It wasn't bad for you.
Well, last time she said ooh like it was a good thing, and now she's making the face. I'm, like, I'm having a hard time interpreting here.
First time I forgot he was the one rolling.
All right, so 8 plus 3 damage is 11. He's going to attack twice.
So 11
All right,
damage.
so he comes at you again with another offensive geotech technique, and he is leading one blade in on top of the other. You think you got out of the way of one of the blows, and then he comes back again with a stab to you.
So I take the first 6 damage. I'm barely on my feet. The second brings me down.
All right. Now we'll just give you Headringer again.
Okay. So I erased that for nothing.
At the time, it was to be accurate.
Alright, so.
All right. Obi-Wan sees that and is torn between going to help you or defending the other mobile ally that can help him. And he is going to go for another defensive circle technique with Surisu.
What's your pilot? Planetary skill.
I think that.
You're going to get 2 more defense this turn.
Or do I not have?
So
Okay.
if Maul attacks you, his
I don't
next
have it
turn,
currently.
you get +2
Okay, I'll
defense.
fly it.
I have to get 10 more points before I can buy it in retreat. I haven't bought it yet. You have skill? You have a pilot.
Maybe I will
Yeah.
use 2.
Cool.
I agility
I'm
is
saying,
4
you
and
know.
2 rounds, so
Can I
green
deal
to
downgrade?
You're gonna be better than me
instead?
anyways, because I don't have a. my
I
abilities
think
for
that's
it.
my next pool. Does that look
All right. Kav,
No, you need
Pod,
those
Trognor,
I'm good.
unconscious.
I'm not taking extra attacks.
Murderator,
It seems
Pod,
worthless.
Gazek.
Alright, so.
Are we officially calling her Murderator now? Or is that just like in private? Is that just a private nickname? When we're in public, are we saying, oh, Murderator? Would you go?
No,
you go
no.
No.
You can call me.
I would
I
say,
Let's
you
go
know,
with
either
AR. R.
M
Mur.
or
MR,
DR.
DR, or 8R, so.
Just Mur.
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 Mur or 8R. Yeah.
I like 8R.
I like
8R.
8R as well.
Alright,
All right.
8R it is.
What you got against
Alright,
Maul?
so.
All right. So this is my pool. If I just attack with 1 blaster, I got 1 setback. I get 2 of these for it being him.
Adversary, yeah.
2 for being adversary. Do I get any? Is it just a 2?
Yes. Are you are you
One shot.
multi-wielding?
I'm going for a single shot this time.
Okay, then that is it.
Okay.
So are you?
Oh, you know what? Can I spend 2 points?
You can spend one.
I will spend 1.
Oh wait, did you get rid of a green?
He upgraded.
Oh,
so we
upgraded.
got-
Upgrade it.
Well, we got That's a a triumph.
Awesome.
You may not
So
have
I
gotten
got-
it.
No,
All
even,
right,
even
so-
if he fails, he still gets the triumph.
No, it
these
doesn't.
The
effects
triumph.
are
There you go.
gone.
That's the word I was looking for.
All right. Remember,
Those
you have
two and
this
those
here.
two. There you go.
Yep. You guys still got a blanket there.
Blank. And that gets rid of one of these?
What is it? What was it?
That's just
No,
that.
no.
That gets rid of one of these.
Yes.
So that will
So,
go to.
so we'll go down to an
that.
advantage. That goes away.
Okay. And this.
I have a blank here.
That's a
And
blank.
you have a failure that cancels out the success from the triumph. So you don't succeed, but you have a triumph effect and 3 advantages. Okay, awesome. All right, so
So good things will happen even if you don't hit.
all right, so before I detail what happens, what do you want to happen? Do you want to give an ally an advantage on a hit? Do you want to recover strain? Do you want to make it harder for him to attack someone next turn?
Making it harder for him to attack would probably be good.
You disable one, the one half of his lightsaber.
Yeah, that would be great. Can I
All
cut
right,
that
so-
sucker in half?
So for the second volley, you've gone for a more cautious approach, trying to gauge where a weak spot in his defensive circle is, and you can't see one, but you think you see a spot where if you shoot him, and he has to deflect it, it'll make him off balance for when he goes to attack next turn. So on that, you will upgrade the difficulty of his next attack by 1. So I'm just going to put that here,
Awesome.
and then this here. And what was your bonus to the defense from defensive circle? 2?
5.
2.
No, 2.
5 the first time.
Oh, 5 the first time. That's right.
All right. So that is that, and then there's your advantages. How do you want to split those out? Are there
Oh,
allies?
okay. So I will. Are you down?
I'm down.
All right. So I will give my advantages that way.
All right. So the next one to act would be Kav. You can give him all 3, or you could give 1 and 1.
Well, we're piloting. She's going to be
Well, if you
piloting.
brought 3,
Moderator's
do you
going
have
to be
any strain?
piloting.
No.
I
Not
kind
me.
of want to land the
No.
escape pod on him. Would that work?
How? Well, I can't do anything really in the pod except for pilot.
And I'm a better
Murderator is a
pilot.
much better pilot than I am. So Murderator is piloting. Now maybe I can eject the pod and get it launched if that is going to speed up the process. But piloting is up to Murderator. Aider.
Fine. So you are going to give the one. So you're going to give 1 advantage to her.
Yeah, I'll give one. I'll give one to each of them.
1 each. Okay.
Well, I'll pass it along because it's not going to do me any good.
That's
But they have
That's
to be
fine.
given out, right? You have to
Yes.
spread the belt. Yeah.
yes. The thing is that the rules are very specific that the next ally to act could get all of them at no extra cost, but if you're giving it to any ally, that isn't next, it's 2 for 1.
Okay, so 1 to me. He's got 3.
Yeah. So
So 1 to me,
1
1
to
to
her.
you. Now I'm passing my 1 for free.
Yeah.
He's assisting me
That's
in my
fine.
piloting.
I'm
He's
assisting.
backseat driving.
I'm actually,
Oh,
No.
then, oh no. Co-piloting is a thing you can do, so you'll get the 2 boost dice on that to help her.
okay,
So
cool.
yeah, take the advantage then.
Okay.
There you go.
We're keeping the rules, everybody. Be okay, Fantasy Flight. All right, so next up is Maul,
Nice.
who's going to now charge at you.
Well, I
Not
got
Obi-Wan, you.
Oh, I got an Obi-Wan in front of me though,
He's your meat shield.
All right, so
We'll find out if
You
he has
see-
that plot
and he's
armor.
one silhouette bigger than me.
We'll find out if he has
Oh,
that
that's
plot
right. You not
armor,
only
right?
have 4 arms. You're not that big.
No, I'm
he's
not.
super skinny. No, yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well,
That's
well,
what
it's a good
the
thing he has
Jack
Force
still
Sleep.
look like.
So I have 1 defense, I guess, right?
3.
3 total.
Good crap.
Well, 3 with Obi-Wan now.
Really, death. Oh God. Oh. Shouldn't have announced it.
He telegraphed. That's
These will go away. That That goes away. This is left with 2 successes. Take away these 2. 2 failures leaves 1 advantage. 2 advantages. All right, so
That's what the
he got a
dexter
triumph.
looked like.
2 successes.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna attack twice.
I've seen you before. I just didn't know.
All right, so
Oh, you've got me in there.
the good news is he's only getting +2 damage, so that's only 10 damage twice.
Yeah, well, 10 damage once was almost enough.
So you've got a 4 soak.
Yeah, but he's using a breach weapon, which
Exactly.
means you don't have a soak.
Correct.
Well, if you have a soak of 12, then you have a 2
Then you have a soak of 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down. I'm down for sure.
Were you down after the first attack?
No, after the second.
All right, so now we come to a critical injury. Do you have ranks in durable,
That does not sound like something
as
I am.
extra would have?
No.
53. Fearsome wound. You increase the difficulty of all presence and willpower checks by 1 until the end of the encounter. But you're unconscious, so that might not.
Yeah.
All right.
Obi-Wan,
Obi-Wan's up. And is a little...
you have failed to
He
protect
looks,
this man.
he looks to be a little sweating. And he again sets up a Sarisu defensive circle in preparation for the attack he expects to be incoming.
Who's he defending?
Himself.
He gave you 2. He gave you 5 defense, and then 2.
So,
Yeah.
we never addressed the fact that. Ooh.
Oh. So
Ooh.
he's got 2 threats. Triumph.
He does have plot armor.
So he does have plot armor. All right. So Maul's next attack against him will have a free upgrade against him. And he increases his defense only by 1.
Does Obi-Wan get? So did Obi-Wan encounter Maul at all in? What
No,
Would be, okay.
this is first encounter.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure what changes happened in episode 1.
Can't do that.
Episode 1 is not out there.
Then how did Anakin get to?
All right.
Did you ask?
I did not.
All right.
We
So
don't know.
Okay.
Cobb, up comes the piloting thing.
Okay.
Co-piloting is a 2 difficulty,
Okay.
and the handling of the pod is -4. So that's 4 setbacks.
So I
how
don't
do you
have
guys-
any
I'm
pilots.
sorry, -3. That's all.
3 setback?
Yeah.
Okay. Now,
How does the
hopefully I'm
co-piloting
okay.
work with the piloting?
Any successes he gets reduces your difficulty.
Cool. So no pressure.
But what if I get any disadvantages they pass along or no? Probably.
Well, let's see how this goes first.
Well, you gotta
is that it?
You gotta get your advantage from him.
What is your 2 difficulty?
Oh, that's right. I've got an auto advantage. So.
No.
No.
2 boost. No. You have 2 boost dice.
Oh, 2 boost?
Loose.
Okay. Okay.
Release the 1.
Okay.
And what is your 2 difficulty?
2 purple.
2 purple.
Oh, 2 purple. I thought you said 4. Okay, I thought you said setbacks. I didn't hear purple.
2 difficulty, 3 setback.
Oh, that's less than I.
I
was
This is
purposely-
only the backseat tracking.
Well, I don't see failures.
3
One.
successes, 4 successes,
One failure.
and 1 failure. So you go away.
Yep.
You go away.
Yep.
And then that would take away.
Wait,
turn
to
back
invent
the
to
single
success, and so we are looking at 3 successes
success,
and
one
a disadvantage.
Okay, so you roll with no difficulty, but 4 setbacks. on
As a
the piloting
maneuver,
check.
as he's doing this, can he
He's very
say to the
nagging, but
medical
he's actually
droid,
right.
if anyone's down, just deal with them? Can he give the medical droid orders as he's helping co-pilot, or is that too many?
Nope.
Too much? Okay. Too much? Okay.
But now that you're done, you can say, "Help wounded."
Okay. Help.
Acknowledged, organic.
Okay.
So is this right?
Yep.
But then do I get
Give yourself a boost die. Yep.
Boost die, yes. A blue.
Oh, actually, these guys are yours anyways.
Yes.
Or Mike's. Or
I get one?
somebody's.
Yep.
Okey doke.
And you had one threat, right?
I had one disadvantage. No threat.
Take one strain.
Okay.
It's the same thing.
Ooh, that's right. I had strain from before too. I got it.
Yes. Ooh.
2 success, 4 advantage.
2 success, 4 advantage.
Yes.
Okay. So. Okay, so all right. So as you careen down there, you see the battle as it has unfolded. Maul and Obi-Wan are pretty much locked at melee distance to each other, so you can't land in front of one of them.
I can't crush Darth Maul without crushing Obi-Wan.
Very, very, very much so.
You don't care about organics. Remember this, but I'm not kibitzing here.
With my master not present, I have to defer. Would I defer to the nearest organic, or
You have to defer to him because. Yes.
should I crush them?
Let's not. No.
Then where should I land?
Aw, give yourself 2 morale. All right.
Let's not. This
Hold
extra
on.
is way too close.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. You said that you would not sacrifice Obi-Wan for a quick victory against Maul.
Yes.
All right, so that's 7 morality.
Oh wow, I'm up above 50 again.
If we die, I blame you.
And you're going along with that?
I have to. My programming demands it.
Congratulations. If you had duty, it would go up.
I have one duty, but
All right. All right. So
I have to obey my
all
programming.
right. So your phantom duty goes up to a 4.
Phantom duty.
Phantom Duty. What was that a movie?
It's a rename for the Phantom Menace, the Phantom Duty.
This is reimagined. We can name it anything we
Yeah,
want.
there we go.
All right, and with those 4 advantages, you can actually drop out 2 of the medical. You can have 2 of the medical droids do a hot drop near Trognor and our Zextro friend, while you make a safe landing.
Let's do that.
Okay.
All right, so they come on down right over you. We're going to defer your turn to happen after their turn. So as
you can be,
so
conscious.
that way as you both get healed of 5 wounds, what happens? Are you guys conscious now?
Yes.
All right. You're awake. You almost wish you weren't, but you're awake now. You can take your turn. As you begin to take in the environment again, you see another pod has landed, and you have Murderator and your horned friend popping out with a medical droid right in front of you. Be well, Organic.
So I know like one hit from this dude, and I'm back on the ground. How like are Obi-Wan and Maul circling each other? Are they locked like in place, going at each other? What does the scene look like?
They are well within 5 feet from each other. Obi-Wan is going through a Sarisu flourish, which is a defensive circle with his lightsaber to make sure he is protected. Mm-hmm. And Maul is almost skirting around him, trying to find a weak spot in that impenetrable defense.
Does it take a maneuver to commit force dice? Or
No.
It's instantaneous. Okay,
Yes,
cool.
but you can't commit
Until my turn.
that turn and then decide, oh, I'm going to uncommit in that turn too.
No. Well, just so you know, at the beginning of my turn, I'm going to commit to force sense.
Cool.
So if I
Also, just as you can take a maneuver to aim with a ranged weapon, you can use a maneuver to set up a defensive stance with a melee weapon to give yourself 1 more melee defense.
okay. So if I
And he is short range away from you.
if I get in on, if I like try to get to Maul's back, will that give me any boost for essentially tag teaming this guy?
Definitely not if he was Shicho, but he is not. I would say go ahead and find out. You think you might.
Okay. So I will maneuver to actually engage. I will take a strain to be able to put up a defense.
You'll do that after your attack, but
Okay,
I
yeah.
get where you're going. I get where you're going.
So then I'll spend a point.
Cool. He did against him too, so.
So is this what I got?
That's what you got.
Okay.
And then don't forget, perpetual 1.
That's what I had that. Here. You added 2. It's supposed to add 3?
Yes, because he naturally has a defensive 1.
Okay. So then, do I get any of these guys?
For doing what?
No, attacking while Obi-Wan is in his face.
Well, you're gonna get.
Take it.
One is better
She's
than
flanking
mine.
him.
Flank and see. Oh, all 4 setback dice blank. So those 3 cancel out those 3. That leaves me with 2 success and 6 advantage.
Holy crap!
That is beautiful.
Alright, so you don't have link on your weapon. You do have a critical rating of what? 3?
Crit 2.
Crit 2.
Can he activate
So you
3
could
criticals?
you could just decide to activate 3 criticals, or you could give out bonuses to your allies.
I think 3 criticals sounds like a much better thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. All right. Let's. All right.
Do
First
it.
up. All right. First up, I want to know how much damage you dealt, so I can work
Okay.
that into the narration.
So it's the
Plus 1 damage.
So plus 1 damage, so it's 8 damage.
8 damage. 12. Okay. Solid blow, my friend. As he begins to circle Obi-Wan, you come in from the side that he wasn't quite expecting. He tries to parry you and overestimates how much strength you have and dips it a little too late. I'm sorry, dips a little too early to begin to parry you. And then he gets hit with that. But again, he'll activate parry to deflect 6 of that away.
No one ever expects that guy.
That's right.
Should always
Zombie
double
Jedi.
tap. That's why you double tap.
All right, so you got a solid blow into him. Now let's see what your critical injuries are to see if I can work them into the narration. Do you have vicious on any of your weapons?
No, not in, well. It's on my tusks. I do.
Do you have lethal blows? I'm sorry, you're a Jedi. You don't.
Yes.
All right, so the first is at no bonus, 27. He has a discouraging wound. Flip 1 light side destiny point to a dark side destiny point. Reverse if NPC.
Booyah!
So free spend.
So plus 10. 92.
Ooh, the higher the number, the better.
At the brink, target suffers 1 strain each time he performs an action. Third, plus 20. 102.
108. It's an 8.
Oh, it's an 8?
Yeah.
108. Horrific injury.
Yes.
Let's go to the table.
Decapitation.
His brawn is reduced by 1 for the duration of the encounter. You got a good blow right in here at his bicep, and it inhibits his strength with his striking blows.
I don't think it's gonna affect this fighting
Well,
style.
what's lightsaber based
I don't
on?
know. Yeah, I don't know what the
Is it brawn or agility?
Agility.
Well, for him, it's agility.
Agility.
Do you know?
Well, I apparently know what style he's using, so that would.
From
tell
what
me.
Yeah,
I've
it's a more
seen,
offensive
there's a
one.
penalty to being a brawn Jedi when it comes to lightsaber dueling. So it's probably anything but brawn. It would
Well,
be my
actually,
guess.
his style is yours is brawn based, right? So
And yours is cunning based?
mine is cunning, or I can use brawn, but it's really pointless. Mine is cunning based.
All right, well, congrats.
That will lower his strain. His soak though.
Not that breach weapons need to worry about that.
No, but I'm saying for those of us with guns.
Correct. Well done, Trognor. Gazek, you're up with 5 hit points. What do you want to
No,
do?
I am still down. I am -10. Or are you saying we put us at 5?
Yeah, the moment you get dropped to 0, or you...
There's no negatives.
Okay.
Yeah. The moment you've taken your threshold,
All right.
you drop.
I'm just going to blast at him with 2 pistols.
All right, so difficulty +1.
Yep.
So it should
got
be
that.
3 difficulty.
And let's see. Yeah, 3 difficulty, but I upgrade
1 + 3 is 4 range defense. So that's 4 setbacks.
4 setbacks.
Is that including also your 1 for the perpetual 1?
All right, that is a perpetual then. All right, and I will flip one of those bad boys.
Yeah.
You're right.
Hey, this looks promising.
Ooh.
Although that's a lot of
Another triumph.
It's a lot of failures.
failures.
Well, you can't.
So these two,
A triumph is always a triumph, even
which
if
two?
it loses.
these two, failure,
Yeah,
success.
Yeah, there's 2 are gone. That's gone.
Alright.
That's gone. That is gone.
Those two.
These 2 are gone.
So 5 failures, 1 advantage, 2 advantage.
Well, actually,
and a
this stays a triumph, but it takes away. You lose the effect, so you actually
Well,
brings
No,
He
he
loses
loses
the
the
success.
success. But the success cancels that.
But
is
that
what I'm
is
saying.
2 advantages, so I'm going to get
That
to do it
does.
all over again.
What do you mean do it all over again?
He gets the,
Fire
he
chop.
gets the second attack
No,
because he's using
That's
multiple
if you
weapons.
succeeded with the attack and the 2 advantages.
Oh.
Then that would be 2 attacks. So you fail with 2 advantages and a triumph effect.
Okay.
You fail to find a good weakness in his defense, but you begin to fire at him. What bonuses do you want to give out to your allies? You can increase the difficulty of his, upgrade the difficulty of his next attack with that triumph. You could give someone a free upgrade against him. You could do something
I'm going to give the droid a free upgrade against him.
Cool.
coolly.
Is where I'm
And
going.
how about your 2 advantages? Boost dice.
The boost dice I will give to those 2, since they're up next.
Okay.
All right. Well, Cobb is up next, so you're gonna give him 2.
Okay.
No,
or
I'm going to
2
give one each.
One each.
I'm going to split them.
Okay.
Alright.
I'll take that.
I'm only asking because it states that it is 1 for 1 if it's the next ally to act.
So either he gets 2 or I get 1.
Oh, all right, then he gets
Actually, Trognor,
I just went.
Cobb is yes.
Yeah, Cobb
so
is
Cobb
next.
is
Okay. So what? We're just stepping off the pod then at this point, and
you're out. You are just out of the pod.
Are we? Did we land close enough that I can
Yes.
immediately engage? Thank
With-
you
with-
for your piloting
You're
skills.
welcome. Thank you for the bonuses.
Let's just talk.
Teamwork.
Let's just talk about how great piloting that is to land within short range at those speeds
Without killing anyone.
without killing anyone.
Look,
And
Then you
Despite,
wanted-
despite my best attempts.
Okay. Well,
Attempts or intense.
he's committing
All right. So.
to Force Sense. So.
Well, no. After Gazek is Maul again.
Oh damn. Okay. Don't kill anybody.
Who is now registering again the threats that are being posed to him. He now sees 2 enemies pop up. See him pause for a second, and they begin to attack. Player's choice. Not the Zextro, you.
So it's either he's attacking me or I'm getting the choice.
You're getting the choice.
Make him attack Obi-Wan.
Yeah, attack Obi-Wan.
Okay.
No, you should attack down Anakin. He's clearly the threat.
You're going to.
Wait, is mine? Is,
Maul
is,
senses a rival.
Yes.
Where's also Bronstein?
Elzin Bronstein. He's off in another part of
Oh, okay.
the battle. Being amazing with his charging speeder.
I want to know where Dak is. Hope he's okay.
He's Ewoking.
Got lost in the confusion.
Something fell on him.
Got lost in the fog of war. All right,
Someone thought it
so
was a rodent and shot him.
Maul's going to attack Obi-Wan. Plus 1. That. All right, against Obi-Wan, Maul's attack does. Hits. Then Obi-Wan deflects for no damage. All right. Easy turn.
But hey, none of us took damage, and that's what matters.
Yes.
Up next is Obi-Wan's turn, who is, hey, defensive circle worked out for him well last time, so why
He's
stop?
not going to attack.
No.
Hey man, what are you Jedis doing? There's like 5 of you against him. Can't you guys bring him down?
Ow.
Come on! You guys got him on the ropes.
Cav, perhaps if we surround him.
Here's
Wow.
the Jedi organics are.
You know how you were flanking him? If you attack him again, you'll get a free upgrade now.
Oh, snap.
So he's beating him by not attacking him.
If that roll had been an attack.
Yeah.
Now, quick question. So let's say this is his flank. Trognor, where's Obi-Wan? I mean, is he like directly
He's like
in front,
dancing around him.
or is he just kind of like?
Well, this is the problem with
I'm trying to figure out where I should be at in this. Yeah.
just join a circle.
Okay.
If you're
It's
like D&D, or anytime you're actually looking at battle grids, they think that battles like I move up to you and we just sit here and swing each other. That's not the way fights work. Like you maneuver in and around each other looking for you know, an area that you're going to attack. That's just how it works.
I'm just basically what I'm trying to do is close the circle.
You're gonna add to the
I'm
gang
going to
up.
try to close the circle.
You're gonna add to the
So
gang up.
that's and as he's coming up, he engages both his lightsabers. One's a Lordian, so that's his defensive, and he's got his sapif, no mods, and he's like, "Yo, tiny horns, Mr. Tiny Horns," because his horns are like up here.
So we're measuring enamel now. Are we?
Yes, yes. I think it's made out of bonded hair.
I think what
I'm
he's
not
trying
sure.
to say is he's horny.
Never out horned the Deveroni.
This is dedicated, so he's got to upgrade any attack against me once.
Oh, so you're going for Shatterpoint, sort of.
Well, no. He's not using Seek. He's using Sense. So anytime he attacks me, his attack is going to be
Upgraded
upgraded
twice?
once. Only once. I only have
Only
once.
once, okay.
However, I don't know. I don't think I can spend sidestep as incidental. I don't know.
Is it a maneuver to cost?
It's a maneuver.
Then you need a maneuver to use it.
Yeah, I know. That's
You
the
use a
thing is.
maneuver to get to him.
But the thing is, he's not
just
going to
pay 2
attack
straight.
anymore this round, so there's no point. I don't know next turn, but anyway, so what am I going against here?
So we're going against.
I got some reds. I assume I need some reds.
2, 3, 4.
2, 3. Okay. And you
luck.
gave me 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
So. Anything in Shin? I'm not used to Shin. I like to well, if he shoots a blaster at me, I'm fine. But okay. Not a whole lot of help. I may have smacked him.
Ooh, I see a lot of black
Okay,
blanks. That's
so 1, 2. I need. So they all cancel out. Blanks. I love blanks. Blank blacks. 1 success.
Did you give yourself? I'm sorry. Roll 1 more because you are dual wielding correctly, or are
Well,
you
no, I'm
attacking
using
with
one as
one?
a defensive
Okay,
weapon.
fine.
He only uses Valordian as a defensive
Okay.
weapon. It gives him
That's
plus
why I
1.
didn't
It's a
count
plus
it.
1 defense.
That's why I didn't count it.
He's kind of an Orvek clone. But, okay, so 1 success. And if he
Four
gets
advantage.
through, he can do 2 crits.
How much damage you got?
Okay, so 7. Now, does Cunning add... Cunning doesn't add the damage with Sheehan
No.
style, like Braun.
No. It's just how you roll the attack.
So, okay. So it's just... it's 7, 1 success.
All right. Well, he's only going to be able to parry 6 of that, so he does take 1 damage.
And 2
All right.
crits.
All right. So again, so from another Magnum PI style injury, right here, what do we got? Do you have Do you vicious on that thing? Or-
No, but I got crit too.
So you
So
got a crit twice.
crit twice on him.
And he has 1, 2, 3 already on him.
We're already on, so I'll
So
add
you got-
30 to the first one.
So 30,
Oh, snap. Oh, I need to get a crit.
125.
125.
I've
Knocked
got two.
senseless. The target is staggered for the remainder of the
Lethal
encounter.
blows too.
Plus 40.
115.
115. Temporarily lame. Okay.
Oh, I didn't take both legs off?
It is staggered now?
Right down the middle, right?
He is dazed until the end of the encounter.
So he loses an action?
Yeah. So, Cov, Trognor, you're up next.
Keep skipping me.
I'm sorry. Cov. No. I have Trognor next and then Murderator.
I thought it was okay. That was the other way.
So I'm up. Alright, so I got the free upgrade from something Obi-Wan did,
Yes.
and we still have plenty of points here,
Yeah.
so I'm going to take another one. Is this correct?
I forgot to upgrade. I could have.
I always forget that.
Nice try, Ted.
So we got a blank, So that cancels that. That cancels that. So, one failure, one advantage.
Alright, so you're not sure how he's able to block you while he is temporarily
Temporarily lame and
and
staggered.
staggered. It's almost as if he's able to perceive your actions through eyes that he doesn't have, almost.
Or
Alright, Murderator.
alright.
You
How
see
far away from him am I?
Short range.
Cool. I'm gonna shoot him.
Okay. There's your difficulty pool.
Okay,
So
and
plus,
I get a free
the-
upgrade.
Plus
can
that.
can I give her?
Oh, she had a
Any
triumph.
advantage?
A triumph effect up. Well, no, wait.
I get an upgrade. So
Can
one
I-
of my green goes to a yellow, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Did you want to give her a boost?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give you boost.
And is
Unless
this,
there was strain you wanted to heal.
I have strain, but it's not. I'd rather give her the boost.
Yes, all that.
okay.
That was,
Take out some blanks. What do you want to count that as? Cracked? Blank. Goes away. That goes away. One success, 4 disadvantage. So I don't get crit.
All right, so you seem to think he is lulling still after parrying him, and then you think you're going to aim right at his head, but then you see you bring up his lightsaber just enough to deflect it, and comes back at you with plus 4 damage. What's your weapons based damage?
9.
So plus 4 is 13 damage incoming to you.
He doesn't take anything?
He reflected.
Even with a success?
You succeeded, so you hit him. Then he activates reflects.
Lame.
Can he activate that while staggered?
Yeah, you can. Staggered is just you can't take.
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
yep. I think parry and reflect are like just incidentals.
Yes, there are incidentals.
That's fine. I'm trying to look for any advantage we can get.
Get. And to not have 8 or
Staggered is awful. I know that because it's been done to me before.
Hang on, I just need to check one thing.
I'm sorry, it is at base damage, so you have 9 damage coming back to you.
Okay, well then I take 5. Because my soak is 4.
Cool. Gazik?
All right, I'm totally flipping one of these. Don't
Okay.
care.
I should've
All
done
right,
that.
so does this look
Thank you.
right?
Do I see 4 or 5 setbacks?
Yeah, I've got 5 setbacks. I've got 2 of these, 1 of those, and this is fight. This is.
Is this shooting with 2?
Mm-hmm.
Where's this coming from? Another double of true aim?
Yes.
Cool, okay, go.
All right.
Miles Condijos.
All right. So blank, blank. Alright.
Don't forget to count that guy.
Yeah.
Did that go out with that?
No, I grabbed the wrong one, but you can.
So
I was looking for despair.
This will stay in.
Yeah, that stays in for now. But let's see, this and
Yes,
this.
yes.
This
Yes,
and
yes.
this. Oh my god. So
You got a failure with a despair
and three advantages.
All right. So the despair is going to be you again shoot him, thinking that he's staggered and maimed and not and totally helpless, right? Again, he reflects the 2 blaster bolts back at your guns, destroying both of them. You will not have to buy new ones, but
You're out of the
until you're able to get to a workbench and repair them, inoperable.
All right.
Man, shame. He only has 4.
Yeah, we can't do that again. So I have.
And
three,
then the other 2 guns, as those top guns exploded, for whatever reason, they jam up the ones beneath you.
Oh, man.
So we're going to be using grenades next round. Gotcha.
Well, we did pick up some of those grenade tubes before, didn't we? The missile tubes?
You're gonna shoot a missile to them all? How could that?
Go big or go home.
How could that go wrong? All right.
It was deflected in Anakin.
So do I get to send those advantages anywheres?
Where'd you want to?
Send the.
Am I next?
The next up to act would be Kav. Yes.
All right. you get
Okay,
3 of them.
well, I see advantages and possibly hand grenades coming my way. As a maneuver, can I throw him my blaster? No!
You can spend those 2 advantages to have him throw.
Okay, I'm spending
A
those 2
blast.
advantages. You now have a heavy blaster pistol.
Okay.
He may still throw the grenades, but now he has a choice.
Ooh, it's got a damage of 7 and a crit of 3. So, and I don't think.
Any mods or attachments?
Actually, it's got a pierce 2, and
Man,
an
I have no chance of hitting with that heavy blast. I'm throwing grenades.
and an accuracy of 2. So
It's
you
the
get
same
plus.
skill though.
What's that? Oh, the
Range
grenades.
light.
Oh, is it? I thought it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got an accuracy 2, pierce 2, so it's 2. It ignores 2 levels of armor, and you get 2 boost dice.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty nice.
I go high end.
Is it a custom grip?
No.
Okay. Because that would work
Yo,
against him then. All right, so
When you buy stuff in the lower levels, you
All right.
get the good stuff.
so it's Maul's turn. He's seen better days.
But he loses his turn because he's staggered.
Right. Well, no, he's still able to speak. So
Okay.
I see you Jedi value the life of a Sith. Well, how about the lives of prisoners? And he brings up a holovid projector, and you see a group of civilians being held hostage at gunpoint by other clone troopers.
Clone troopers. Aren't the troopers on our side?
What? What are you talking about?
You know,
this is very
you know this
imagined.
never happened.
You've been
So-
fighting clone troopers.
Oh, that's right.
They're the hideous orc-like creatures.
Django's gonna be so pissed what they did with his DNA.
They totally
Corey,
junked
do we
it.
truly care
I
about these
understand.
organics?
I understand. I understand that you would value my death or capture very highly. However, if you can stand to see the deaths of these civilians, I guess I wouldn't hold it against you.
I want to walk up to him, aim my gun at him, and radio Bronstein and say, Query Master, should I terminate this organic?
It comes back immediately. Do you know where the prisoners are being held?
Where are the prisoners being held, organic?
It looks like they're in his hand.
Oh.
Yes, you just said yes. Yes, I do.
Yo, how'd you get those people? In
They appear to be very small and glowing.
What is that? A warehouse for ants? But seriously now, is that what you ask him?
I have no idea.
All right, fine. We're gonna go to any other
Alright.
people.
What are you proposing?
You allow me escape, and I will secure the survival. Survival. Well, it's been a long day. The survival of these poor innocent civilians.
He's lying.
Yeah, I don't see that happening.
Hey, boss, you can't trust anyone with a lightsaber that long.
Well, again, if you're willing to risk the lives of 82 civilians, that is on your head.
He is lying, and it will most likely terminate even more organics when he escapes.
You know he's lying.
Actually,
She firmly believes that he is.
Well, you should say, I believe he's lying.
She wouldn't differentiate.
Okay.
What is Obi-Wan's reaction?
Force sense.
He
Oh,
is.
he has 4 cents.
he
I'm
is-
going to make a Force sense roll. 1 light. It's all I get.
All right. He wants to live. That's what you're getting. Unless you're going to give me a cunning check against his deception.
I got a cunning 4. I don't know what his deception's at, but what would it be?
Is it
Vigilance
just-
or rather not vigilance? No, that would be
No, this
willpower.
is this is reading deception.
Straight up
Okay, so basically it would be deception and cunning. My deception and cunning versus his. Yeah, I might bet that.
telling.
All right.
I think this boy spent too much time in the gym.
3 difficulty upgraded once.
Oh, okay, I thought it was just a straight him versus me roll.
He's already
Oh
got,
no, he's got his own.
Oh.
Let me have mine back.
Oh,
well,
okay.
sorry.
Oh, look at me. And where did I
You're
just
red or
put mine?
inside?
Had one
Oh,
in-
there we go.
They blend in.
I was getting ready for it. One.
And these
Yeah.
two.
What? What?
You just got 2 disadvantages.
Oh, sorry about that. And there we go. So it's 1 success and 2 advantages.
All right. So again, you sense a genuine desire to live, and that he does actually have civilians somewhere. You don't know where.
But I can't tell if he's going to if he killed
Do
them
we-
after we let him
do
go.
we refer to Obi-Wan as master? Like,
He probably has better force.
Where is he on our structure? Our
Hierarchy.
yeah, there you go.
Where is he on the hierarchy? Well, currently he is indisposed, looking after Anakin. So right now it's up,
Okay,
to,
so
up
he-
to you guys.
He left
He
the
left the
Sith.
fight.
So, headshot.
Is that for real?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay. He is shot. He falls to the ground, and then you see a hologram. You see the hologram tray roll out of his hand. All the civilians get shot, and then you see him disillusion into a droid. It looks like a proxy droid.
That son of a bitch.
They would have died. No,
We were fighting a droid.
And
He
then
must have been
and then you
controlling
see
it for the...
and then you see him step in onto the hologram projection. Correct. I wasn't about to risk the unveiling of the Sith in a game of chance.
So that means he was going to kill them anyway. He was never.
gonna kill them,
He
yeah.
was never in
That's
danger.
what I'm saying.
He was never in danger. There was nothing to bargain.
Wait, then how is he reading him if it was just a droid mind?
Yeah.
Maybe he was transmitting through it.
That's some serious implant stuff. That is...
no.
I want to know where he's getting
It's
that.
called manipulation. It's a force skill.
Unless
No.
he was projecting, unless he's not that far and is projecting to it.
Well, actually, I'm going to pick up the
Can we
hologram.
just bomb
Yeah.
the city?
Bomb where civilians
We
are.
bomb the city. We might lose a
They're
city full
dead.
of civilians,
They're
but
dead.
we're
No,
guaranteed to get the bad guy.
I'm gonna pick up.
Ends
the lightsaber.
justify the means. Yay!
She
I'm gonna
doesn't
pick
care
up the
about organic
lightsaber.
life. Yeah, loot the lightsaber.
It's a lightsaber.
You do get a lightsaber. Double-bladed lightsaber to be specific.
I can't
with a
use
custom
it
grip.
With a custom grip.
for apparently a robot.
I can use it.
Are you custom fitted to Maul's proportions?
I can change my hand to fit that grip.
Or you can change the grip to yours.
No. Change the hand. That's
Change
way
the
better.
hand.
Just take his hand off and put your.
Oh, I can do that. I can totally take the droid hand. I want to take a droid
Where did I
hand.
put him?
I'm going to take the droid hands that match
Well,
the lightsaber.
Okay.
We're gonna take the
Okay.
droid.
Okay, what's your character's intellect?
Oh, that's why I put you.
2.
I've
How
got-
about mechanics?
Oh no, she'll just cut them off.
Okay.
You have a maintenance droid here. If
Cut it
you-
off.
You
I
have a
cut them
maintenance.
off at like mid-arm,
You
and
cut it
I
off.
have another droid clip them on later.
And then when you have it, but then when you have it to go grip the handle, you realize it's ill-fitting.
What?
All right. All of this
When
is
it
nonsense.
resetted.
You're not going to use a lightsaber. You're not trained. I think we need to take the droid.
You then
back.
begin to
Okay.
inspect it closer, and you realize that it does have proportions to it where it can extend or shrink to match an organic's specified dimensions.
Oh, well then I want those hands anyway, because then if we encounter like a blaster rifle with custom grip, I can then use those hands to fit the custom grip of the blaster rifle.
Where the-
We can just take the droid, get it examined,
Okay.
get the things switched over to
But I
you.
will
That's
take
what
those
you
hands
want.
at some point.
All right.
Okay, well, because it was
Really
you
nice
who
hands.
shot Maul, you guys do not lose morality.
Taking one for the team.
You stole my kill, organic.
You go up 2 morality, and you go up 2 morality. So you should be at 52 and 59.
Oh, you guys are gonna be Jedi in no time.
Oh, that's why.
I
he
need
went-
different dice.
he
Though.
went
Mine
un-
only have those negative symbols on them, apparently.
He went under my chair. That's why I couldn't find him. Actually, I'm going to do.
Obi-Wan looks very disappointed at you.
What? Well, he wasn't here anyway. He wasn't going to keep the bargain.
Well, we don't know. Well, we won't know that now, will we?
Except he said
Master.
he
What would
wasn't
be
going
his-
to keep the bargain.
He clearly is a dark side user. I could not trust him.
Oh, I wouldn't say to trust him. I would just say to stall him so it would give our more tech-friendly people enough time to figure out where the warehouse was, and then...
That definitely would have been a plan.
Perhaps, Master Kenobi, if you had been present, you could have offered this advice before we executed the organic.
non-organic.
Perhaps. I guess I was foolish
Pseudo-organic.
to see to my
Pseudo-organic.
friendly organic over there.
But he was useless during the fight, so I don't see why he was prioritized.
As this is all going on, he is working on Valhalla and seeing if he can get where it's transmitting from, if there's a transmission link.
All right, give me a mechanics check at 2 difficulty, and
Oh, not a computer? Can I do a computer?
I'm trying to figure how much circuitry there is in there.
He's just
Computers.
Computers.
He could plug in a data pad and hack it.
And
Computers.
what difficulty?
2 difficulty, 1 setback.
Okay. I'm using a spike, so I think I just about made it even.
I'm gonna take that, and those all cancel
Well,
out.
yeah, they all cancel out. They all cancel out.
No,
and-
that's a success. That's a disadvantage.
Oh, so we did. You know what? Thank you.
You're welcome.
So what
These
happened
two
here?
failures cancel out that.
Oh, yeah.
So
Success,
it's a
not success,
disadvantage
that
and a success and a disadvantage.
All right, so you know that they were in a warehouse about 80 feet that way,
Can I do the cinematics?
and then as you pointed out, you see the projection explode in your face.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good too.
It's only 1 damage.
I was thinking, looking at it, going, they were right over there, and they would have lived. But,
But
yes, but okay. So, do I take any damage or strain?
no,
Okay.
How long did it take him to figure that out?
That was while you guys were talking, I'm hoping.
yeah. And now you see a shuttle leaving the warehouse, jutting off planet.
How long? He wants to know how long it took him to figure to GPS that.
15 seconds.
We
Is
would
there a way
all
to-
been dead.
Is there a way to pick up the transponder code of the shuttle that's leaving?
That sounds to me like a computer's check.
Or can I call someone who can do that for me at the Air Space Traffic Control Center?
Can we hit it with a Spidey tracer?
That.
I don't know. Can you plot twist that you have loaded in your gun a trace
Oh yeah,
round?
then I have to try and shoot it, and I've been shooting terribly today. Someone else do it.
Again, could you plot twist that you have a tracer
Yeah,
round?
let's do that.
Actually, I'm a sentry. Did you see my list yet? I'm going to say, I got a tracer. I'm going to throw it to the Zextro and say, can you launch this thing up into it with a gun?
I'll try. But I also roll terribly. So what do I gotta roll
All
here?
right. The problem is it's at extreme range.
Okay.
Sniper.
Yeah, you got
I've-
the sniper
I have
moveset.
two
Long
cranks
as
of
my
sniper.
my
All right.
fist.
But that'll make the difficulty 4 upgraded twice.
If he misses, he kills a cloud.
Alright.
Or you can blow up the shuttle.
So there's my difficulty.
And if somebody attacks us now, we're screwed because we got 1 light side versus 5.
Also, however, it is a shuttle with a silhouette of 4. You're a silhouette 3. So you go down difficulty in that.
Alright.
That's it.
Cool.
Or how many aim to put in there?
That is 2 triumphs.
Oh, 2 triumphs, 2 advantage, and 2 success.
And blank red dice.
That is. Can I take a
That-
picture of that?
You should bring that camera over here and show that.
Yeah, that never happens. That's amazing.
I'm taking a picture of this. I'll post it online later.
There we go. Some Instagram, Ted.
Yeah, I'm gonna go grab the.
That is beautiful right there.
All right, so
What a waste of a roll.
congrats. What a waste of 2 triumphs and no
Yeah, I know. That could have
no
been.
negatives.
You could have taken Mole's head right off of that.
Yeah, like that would have shot the fake droid and into the warehouse where he was.
You managed to snipe him through the droid.
You shoot him. You shoot through the head, through the force conduit that's between them.
Okay, so we tag it.
It is officially tagged.
It is officially tagged.
Oh, nice to get the easy roll in there too.
All right, so that is happening. You all
Got my good rolls out of the way for the night.
regroup at headquarters.
Now,
Anakin's been brought to the
I
infirmary.
wish I'd had a rocket
Apparently,
tube on me
his
to
nervous
toss
system
you.
has been so. Apparently, his nervous system has been so shot. Right now, he needs to be on life support. It is uncertain if he will make a full recovery, and if he does, they might need to make a mobile life support system for him.
What a ridiculous idea.
I know.
Who would do such a thing?
now, with those advantages and the successes and the triumphs, does that mean that they won't notice the transponder that we stuck on there?
You don't know. I do. I'm going to take those however I want.
Oh, good.
You succeeded, definitely.
That'll end well for us.
With a lot of,
Bonus.
you had, what, advantages on top of successes, or was it just successes?
2
and
triumphs,
Two
2
success,
successes,
2
2
advantage.
advantage.
Okay, yeah, so you've definitely got some bonus flourishes in there to your success. Alright, so you've all regrouped. Even though you guys did a bulk of your own bits of fighting, it's Anakin who's lauded as the hero of Alderaan, and they believe he will always
Why?
be the hero of because he was the one who did the Force repulse wave that actually took out the command ship. And he's a Jedi, so he gets more high profile. You guys also.
And you guys are the ones that let the hostages all die.
Yes. He was.
Jedis are, well, not you.
Oh,
Those guys.
If he,
They're always the
You're
main.
so
Anakin's like, if
kill.
I had been conscious, they would have survived.
I meant these guys. I forgot.
Yes.
You're non-Jedi like me, so we don't get the blame. We
I'm
don't
the
get the credit.
organic. But I will
Alright,
say,
so-
of this group, you are my favorite organic so far.
Now, when
Nice.
everybody begins to regroup, your Republic reinforcements do come in.
About time.
Took you,
And,
took you long enough.
Yeah, it took them 4 galactic standard hours to get here.
Well, the battle's over, so.
Typical cops showing up after it's all done. All right, I'm gonna go find someone to fix my blasters.
All right, we're gonna take a break here then. So now you've all regrouped with Republic forces. They are now tracking the tracer that you put on the escape shuttle.
My pistols are all repaired now that I flipped a
Destiny point.
destiny point.
Yes.
And now all 6 are dark side, so we
Yes.
have that to look forward
Yeah,
to.
look how quickly that went.
Thank you for
Sorry,
leaving
I
the
was
planet
eating
Darth
like
Maul.
I know.
We
One player got on my case for the Destiny pool remaining so light during a, or so light or dark during a boss encounter, and that's because, well, you guys, there's like 5 players and 1 enemy. 1 enemy can only eat up 1 Destiny point per his turns. Then there's all you
In
guys.
a round, we can all take the destiny point.
I was eating them like candy because, unfortunately, we were against a terrible foe and we needed it.
But hey, we all survived.
So I've recovered
You
from
know who
my...
didn't survive?
Those 82
civilians.
civilians. Air high five.
Bow! You win some, you lose some. They were dead anyway.
Yeah, we all know that, but you know, our characters are...
I felt
Oh,
a
no, my
disturbance
character's
in
pretty
the
sure
My
Force.
character was convinced of it. She immediately.
He was
assumes-
bargaining when he didn't need to. They were dead.
Yeah.
Alright, so you've all begun regrouping with the Republic fleet and one of the capital ships. They are following currently the shuttle that you put a tracer on, and now there is downtime until they have a fix on where they are going to land.
I want to get a hold of Obi-Wan or somebody that's a Jedi representative above me.
That'd be Obi-Wan.
Can we get someone a little more competent than Obi-Wan?
Is it, is it within standard technology to be able to create a droid to be able to fight like that? Like that doesn't seem possible to exude force as he did.
Well, to be fair, we didn't see him levitating objects or force pushing anybody, but yes, it is rather odd to hear it, to sense an organic there. Even with the resonance crystals that were in there, we've only ever heard of one thing like this. Have you ever heard of the Iron Knights?
I'm gonna guess it's an intelligence-based skill, so no.
Correct. So,
Is that like a nightclub, bar?
Anti-Jedi?
alright, so, long ago,
Oh,
in this galaxy far, far away, there were what you could call the Iron Knights. These were Force-sensitive droid husks. I'm sorry, these were droid husks, but with a Force-sensitive shard in them that gave them the sentience to therefore then act through their husk. They had access to Force powers, but this was eventually stopped because of the fear of, well, everything has always had problems with some synthetic becoming aware and then turning on its master. We've seen that in Terminator, Ultron.
Didn't Kanan have to fight those guys?
No, from Rebels.
Yeah.
No.
There was definitely like droids that he had to fight that were like Jedis.
No, they weren't Jedi. They were left over from the Clone Wars, and they'd become sentient because they'd been isolated for so long.
It was some kind of Jedi test thing.
Was it?
We're sure it wasn't him fighting the Temple Guards as part of his mental trial.
Could have been.
Okay. I might.
Well, as Obi-Wan, I'm listening, like, as you were talking, but as he's describing it, Kav is toying with the droid back behind, and I'm going to make a mechanic skill, but he's like, yo, I think I can take these things out without blowing us all up.
So we need to...
How casual.
Can I at one point try to make a mechanic skill to check to see if I can get this thing out?
Do you want to make it right now?
Well, he's playing with it, so whenever you're
Do you
ready.
want to make it right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want me
Can I
to?
assist? I have training in mechanics.
Sure.
Cool.
I am committing a force die. During the break, I bought
Do
manipulation.
you have more mechanics than him?
I have 2 yellow.
I have 2 yellow with manipulation.
You
So
give
much
him.
better.
You give him 2 boost dice.
Cool.
So I think that we need to find out everything we can. Would there be any actual knowledge that could be read from this body?
I believe that's what our intuitive friend over there is up to. Our intuitive introvert is up to.
And what about this? And I pull out the lightsaber.
Ooh, that is a very different matter entirely. Would you consent to letting our masters examine it?
I don't want
Thank you.
What is the
All right,
difficulty?
Trognor, you're going up 5. You're at 57.
Okay. What is the difficulty?
3?
3. Okay. No setbacks.
No.
Okay. That's a commit for my upgrade.
Cool.
1, 2. Okay.
You're gonna get 2 boost die from me?
Yes, I got it.
Gotcha.
Not that they really helped. So actually, I didn't blow anything up, but we got one disadvantage.
All right, so you think you have it. You go to pull it out, and the crystal breaks.
This one's not working.
But nothing blows up.
But there you said there were several crystals, right? He's like, I think I'm going to leave the rest of these for maybe somebody else.
Wait, what did manipulation add?
Manipulation, what happens is I can spend it to upgrade.
And what did you upgrade?
I upgraded because normally this would be
Okay, gotcha.
a green.
So
Oh wait, well then roll a green die because she would have given you a skill of 2 and then you committed a 1 to upgrade it. So it would have been another green in there.
So roll another green.
Oh, okay. I'll take that. I will take
See
it.
if you can get a success with the very least an advantage.
2 successes.
Booyah. 2
Okay.
successes.
So
one
actually,
disadvantage.
maybe it didn't bust in my hand. Okay.
So maybe you didn't. Okay.
There's still a disadvantage.
That one shatters, but all the rest pop out easily.
Yeah. Alright, so you begin to pull them out sequentially. You think you got it, and then you apply a little too much pressure on one, it shatters, but now you have one other.
Okay. We have one operable crystal. Okay.
And the other thing is, you do not sense perpetual dark side on it. You just sense that while it was used by a Sith recently, it's not as though it's been corrupted.
Okay. That was my next roll, but okay. I was going to actually ask Obi-Wan, because I'm assuming he might have a higher force sense than me. So,
Actually, it might be you.
okay.
what about data? Anything that can be extracted?
Well, can I make a
That'd be a computer's check.
computer's manipulation? Can I use manipulation since I mean, usually with crystals it helps. That's why I bought manipulation.
Are you trying to
Can we read it
information
in
from the crystal or the droid?
Well, from the crystal, can I read
Well,
anything from?
I'm asking for like its hard drive.
Oh, okay.
What information can we
He
get?
did say data.
Okay.
Where is it? Where has it been? What kind of training has been uploaded to it? And clearly, you told me what the fighting style was. Was it Juso or something?
Juyo.
Juyo.
Just say Form 7.
Form 7.
Yeah, crack the noggin on this sucker. Sure he wasn't shadowboxing that thing?
So, what's my difficulty?
To sense it.
Well, no. If I'm going to actually, I've got a computer
No,
skill
that's
of 3. I got a
right.
computer skill
The
of 3.
computer's one. Okay. So, difficulty of 3 with 2 setback.
3 purple, 2 black.
2 black. And brown. I shouldn't have read that.
Computers.
Does anybody else
The
have any
files
computer
in the
skill?
computer. Where are the files?
Does anybody else have computer skill?
No.
Not trained.
Not trained.
I have officially used my data spikes up. Are there any more available on board ship?
You have 1.
Okay. Good, because I got no... I can't turn anything.
Yeah, down at the bottom of my bag.
Does that give me an auto advantage, or it gives me a die? It gives me a
I
die.
think it gives you 2 boosts.
Okay, cool. Triumph. That's not ever bad. So get you out of there. Get you out of there.
And then those all cancel out.
That cancels out. Okay.
So
Okay,
1
one
triumph.
With a success.
With the success. Wow. Wow. Hey guys, look at this. All right, so exactly. All right, so you look at this.
Am I like Neo? Do I know Juyo now?
Well, that was almost really bad.
Sorry. Can I can do kung fu in the air.
Like, taking a drink.
All right, so it does not have that saved on it, so that means it was just a conduit for him.
Okay.
So we were actually
Yeah,
fighting.
I told you. He was shadowboxing.
So we were actually fighting Darth Maul. So we weren't just fighting a droid. Okay.
That
Feel
makes
better
me feel
about
a
that.
little better.
That to me is.
You also, however, know that it was near the planet of Onderon. Onderon, and specifically the forest moon Duxon.
So, like, these Jedi guys aren't exactly chumps. So this guy's really good. How come you guys haven't heard of him before?
You talking to just them or all the Jedi?
Whoever will
Have you
answer.
not already realized that the organic Jedi are inept?
Well, we better go find some inorganic Jedi.
She's a little bit right. All the non-sentinels a little.
From everything I've seen.
So, I'm gonna just.
Well, as for why the Sith haven't been seen, it is because after the Battle of Ruusan 1,000 years ago, they were completely off the radar, so to speak. We never saw them again until today.
I'm gonna gloss over that, and those that call upon the dark arts are, they keep themselves secret, for there are many of the Jedi, and if they reveal themselves, it typically is to their detriment. Now, I'm certain, Master, that you were able to determine that this creature that we were fighting, if Kav says that it was imitating its, well, what did you call it? Host? What is the terminology for the connection with those crystals?
They were a conduit for his consciousness.
So he might not have actually been having to go through the moves himself, but he was at least thinking it and sending it to the droid.
Correct.
Now he was using Form 7.
Ah, yes.
Is there anything?
Good old Form 7.
Is there anything that we can learn to be able to use that against him?
Well, then we'd have to talk to the current Form 7 Master of our Order, Mace Windu.
Is he available?
I'm sure he will be once he hears about this.
No,
Anything else to add?
no, we just need to get this lightsaber examined to find out what other advantages and information we can to be able to deal with this enemy.
Alright, well, he rests and, ooh, this certainly does have the stink of the dark side to it. And then you seem to begin it deconstruct in midair through tiny telekinetic fingers, or detaching everything and setting all the parts out.
Now, is that done with?
Who's doing that?
Obi-Wan.
Well, hey, why didn't you just do that while we were fighting? It would have been so much easier if you just took the thing apart.
This is something we have to focus on. You can't just do this in the middle of battle quickly.
Didn't he just do it really quickly?
No.
Oh.
Considering how much effort it took him to focus on defending himself, though, I seriously doubt he would have been capable of doing such a small feat in combat.
Alright,
I
here we
really
go.
don't like the Jedi.
Just a suggestion.
But the lightsaber itself is not beyond the parameters of what we would see in a typical lightsaber, aside from the intense awfulness of the focusing crystal. No, unfortunately, nothing is beyond what we as Jedi have done.
What type of crystal is it?
Looks to be a standard. That's weird. It is a synthetic crystal, just as the majority of Sith have used. You see, most crystals are within the control of the Republic, typically Ilum. So, rather than compete with us, they have taken to making their own synthetic crystals, which have all been red for some reason. Now, while they do not have the same affinity with their lightsabers, they have been known on occasion to short out our lightsabers in the midst of a clash.
That's horrific.
That ain't a good thing.
It has been very, very rare, though.
I think I'm gonna be okay.
Well, I've got a backup weapon, and I'll chant my large jaws.
I don't think you want to block the lightsaber with that though.
No.
Can't you
I
like?
got
now
this
that
though.
we
He's
have
that's
one
his
of the-
blaster pistol. Always handy.
Now that you have one of the dark side crystals, though, can't you like examine it to figure out how to combat that? So their lightsabers short out and yours don't.
We've been doing this since this has ever been a thing, and that it is just a simple property of it being synthetic and ours not.
So why don't you make synthetic ones that are better?
Oh, that's a good question now.
Where'd you?
Must be a secret.
Hey,
of
why
the
don't you just use that one? You seem to have it. Guess you guys really hate red or something.
Yeah, we do. Once we have purged this of its evil intent, then we will work to
So they need to
use
paint
it.
it a new color.
You gave it up. Would you like to make that your task?
What?
Of purging this and syncing with this?
How am I to purge it?
Over time, you would just...
I hand them some Windex.
I can see myself.
Sorry.
It would be an ultimate trial of you as a Jedi to eventually purge this and bond with this crystal. Now, you as a Sentinel know that's actually how most Sentinel crystals work.
Okay. Well, we bond with them or we purge them first?
You purge any evil out of a
Sith, okay.
Sith crystal or a synthetic crystal.
Well, it's been 1,000 years since we've seen one. So in the meantime, I just realized I have a Seek level 3. So he's going to hold of his crystal that had a link with
And
Darth
trace it
Maul.
back to Maul.
and he's going to concentrate on seeking them. Now, I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull two force points out of myself with one for die. But he's, well, this is, while you're talking, he's going to, didn't work. He only got one. I would have spent it for dark, but
Okay.
he's going to
So
keep
no.
trying every once in a while. I don't know if you're only going to give one attempt on it, but he's still going to keep trying. And if it
Well, you're not going to be able to just keep rolling until you succeed.
No. It's sometime in the future he'll
Yeah.
try
Yes.
again.
Not like the 8-hour thing.
So, not too keen on putting this in here.
Oh no, I said first you would bond and purge it of its evil intent, and then if you wanted to build a lightsaber around it.
So, does that thing have two of these?
You Jedi are so weird with your crystal bondage.
Yes, it does.
Do you want the other one? Cav.
Okay.
A little bit of
If
crystal
you don't-
bondage
you
for
sure you don't-
everyone.
Yeah, sure, why not?
You can have 2 more morality.
Force no, I can't bond with anything. And the only
It gives
here-
me something else
and
to
the
try
only
to
one here
seek on.
who can Never become forces.
2 white side. He's like,
White
wow,
side.
you know what? Light side. So you hand it to him and he goes, you know, I think I can see him right now. Wait, where do I get any kind of link? Is it just kind of a,
You see him
he's
on
that
a,
way.
You see him on a very arboreal setting. A lot of installations around him, like, buildings set up to store, like his army and military personnel.
It looks like Tuxen.
He's like, you know what?
Give me a knowledge outer rim.
That's gonna just be
That's not
2
really
green
outer
dice.
Wonder if
What's
it's
my
a cool one,
difficulty?
I think it is. Yeah, hold on.
I think he's in the outer rim.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I'm
not
sorry, inner rim.
Yeah, and I got core worlds. I don't got interim. What's the difficulty?
Core worlds is inner rim.
Okay. Do I have any points? It's a skill, but I don't have points. It's just filled in. So, what's the any difficulty?
Well, you've never actually been there yourself, so 3 difficulty and 1 setback.
Okay. He's like, I think it's in the inner room. Okay, 2 successes. Hey, 1 success and 3 disadvantage.
Okay. You recognize it as Duxon, but then as soon as you recognize it, you feel a sharp jolt in your mind, and you are pulled out of there back into where you are.
Is that 3 strength?
No.
Okay.
The enemy knows.
He knows we
He's
know
like,
where he is.
he's like, I know where he's at,
He knows that we know.
and he knows we know where he's at.
So he's on Duxton, but he won't be there long.
So then you coordinate between the droid data, your sensing, your
Tracker.
and your tracker that it is
His
on
tracker, I just shot it.
Duxon.
Okay.
Okay, so as a droid, can I have them download any pertinent information on Duxton into my hard drive?
Sure.
Cool.
What's your knowledge? Core worlds.
0? I have 2 green.
All right, you get 1 free level
Okay.
as it pertains to Onderon.
Okay.
So make a note that while your skill is 0, it's +1 when pertaining to Onderon.
You know, I could probably hook this hard drive up to your hard drive, and you could access it. However, might mean you would be taken over by Sif, but I'm not absolutely sure.
I'm not sure that would make a big difference. I'm not sure I'm not sure that would change anything.
It's kind of on you. There might be. I don't know if there's anything pertinent you would like to get from it.
I'm not trained in all that stuff, but
Do you guys feel comfortable risking me being taken over by
hooking
the
that up to Adar, not recommended.
Yeah, I take a lot of not recommended
What's
choices
the
in
worst
my life.
worst that could happen?
You just found my life path right there with that phrase.
Well, hey, maybe instead, but you can install some of those crystals into me.
I had to like, think, because do droids have a gender? Like, do I say her or him or?
My droid it has a female build
Okay.
Okay.
and a female
All right,
voice.
so
I think of
So
Metropolis.
yes, they are gender neutral, but there's what they identify as, like the legendary Pokemon. They don't have an official gender, but based off what their voice is, it's what they assume their gender to be.
C-3PO was a dude, but the silver droid in the episode 1,
K3PO.
sure, was female because it had a female voice.
That was Empire Strikes Back, I think.
Oh, okay.
Guys are such nerds.
Also female.
Now just add some anarchy.
We are about to when you install that thing in the murder. I'm all for it.
Yeah.
So if we vote.
K3PO was on Hoth base.
Oh, okay. I know there was a.
So if that's that might be 3 votes to install that and see what happens. Maybe we'll get some cool fighting moves.
I'm a droid, and wherever my master is, he's the one who gets the vote.
All right,
Is he
so
still alive, or did he die?
no, he's back, and Elsum has said, "Well, you seem to be working well with this one. How about I turn ownership over to Cobb over here?"
Very well, master. Shall I terminate my previous master?
Just terminate the protocols where you gotta listen to him, because he seems like he's gotta.
Well, now that you have been designated as my master, I listen to you and not him.
Okay.
Would you
Well-
still like me to delete the protocol that forces me to listen to my master?
Well, not your master in general. That might be interesting. I'm always up for a little chaos, but that might be a little too much because I seen you shoot. So
Hey,
I think I like my new master.
Hey, Cobb, just remember, she always had to ask whether or not to murder people or not.
Okay, well,
You might want to keep that safe.
I want to implement one protocol right now, if you can. If somebody's shooting at us or doing anything that might be considered violent, and that's a kind of an iffy word with me, feel free to just off them if you need to.
Very well, master. I will initiate this protocol at
You don't
once.
need to really be asking a lot of permission. Okay, you know what? Just wound him, because we might want to talk to him. Don't just wound him if possible, okay?
If possible. Understood, Master.
Oh God, I'm really bad with this grammar thing.
You know, my basic isn't too good here.
You speak Brooklyn by any chance?
I might have that
So
somewhere.
what is our current trajectory? Are we off to Onderon, or are we going somewhere else first?
If we go to Onderon, we're going to be checking out the scraps to try and figure out where he's going next. Because now that he knows we're there, he's either going to set a
As
trap.
long as he takes the same ship.
He's either going to set a trap or he's going to just abandon it.
It did look like he had a little bit of an army there.
So
it might take a little time to pack up for that many people.
I don't know how.
Should we contact Onderon and tell them to bomb Duxon?
I don't know how the rest of you feel, but I would prefer our next engagement to go better than this one. Therefore, before
Hey, you thinking orbital strikes?
I approve of that that option.
Well, I'm not against that if there aren't, civilians in the way. I would prefer to actually speak to Master Windu and gain insight into his our enemy's fighting style.
Oh, I can help you with that. Orbital strikes. I don't even
Orbital
think...
strikes fix
Master
so many
Obi-Wan, is it
problems.
possible that Master Windu could talk to us en route? Possibly even?
Who are you talking to?
like on
Master Obi-Wan.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, sure.
I don't think that's going to be
As
enough. Like, I think he would need to be there and physically demonstrate and train with us.
Can we
Do you
bring
think maybe you need a purple lightsaber?
this?
No,
Maybe they'll short out the red?
I don't think so.
well, is there any? I don't know how. Is there any way of him being? This is in a rim, so he might be able to actually meet us there at a reasonable rate.
Yeah,
if he's got,
is he on course?
If he's got,
If you guys are both going to Onderon, he could meet you there.
that might work. That might
Where's your
work.
book?
It is that.
Sure.
You seem more versed in this Chuyo thing. Do you think that might be helpful?
I would prefer to speak and train with someone
I
who
get my
knows
Flamethrower fix.
the actual art.
With a
I am
destiny
not-
point,
I'm not trained. in
Really?
it.
I can't roll a mechanics check.
can he roll a mechanics
My,
check?
my
I have
form
mechanics
is
though.
But it's on.
fairly straightforward
You
and
would have to-
aggressive.
Can I do this? So I'm gonna take off my armor work on it.
Is
Sure, give me a
Far
3
more-
difficulty and 2
far more
setback.
flourishing.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to see as much. You guys had already kind of knocked into him a little bit by the time I got there.
Is there somewhere where it actually describes what the forms are in the book, or is that just general Star Wars knowledge?
It is described in each of the Jedi careers.
Okay.
Describes each of the 6 forms of lightsaber combat. Juyo is not.
Julio is on Wikipedia.
number
Oh,
I
no,
know, it is on
Wikipedia.
It is on Wikipedia. So if you want to research the 6 main forms of lightsaber combat, you just have to look up in
Yeah,
this book here.
I'm not gonna do that during the session. Let's just... All right. So, is Master Windu accepting to the plan of meeting us there?
Yeah, very much. He's also bringing a larger contingent of Jedi with him as a form of an army.
All right.
Oh, good. More meat shields.
What do we have in the way of investigative among us?
I have a forensics kit, but I don't know if that's going to come in handy until we get there.
Well, as Adar pointed out, he's gone. He's not going to be.
He's either setting a trap or totally wiping out his whole base to leave no trace.
Possibly both.
Yes, it
He
could
might-
be. It could be a trap to wipe out
I
the
would, yeah,
base and us.
if it was me, I would wipe out the base when we were there. but I got a
You can
perverse
send
sense
in
of
the,
humor.
you can send in the Jedi contingency first.
What do we have as far as insight in this game?
What do you mean by insight? Like checking the motivation of someone?
All right, so this is Ted's thinking, not necessarily Trognor's.
You were lying in your bed.
If this guy went to the lengths of setting up a proxy droid, forget the cost of the synthetic crystals in the robot, forget about the cost and process of making a lightsaber potentially just to throw away and revealing the Sith. There's got to be so many layers of thinking in this plan, possibly layers that we haven't even seen yet.
He did mention. What was it?
Most
he said
assuredly,
exactly?
there are layers that we haven't seen yet.
He said that
But yeah,
you light side people are blind to what I've truly done here. Did that just mean him taking the 82 hostages, or did they do something else?
I don't even remember that line.
I remember that line going,
As
uh-oh,
soon
that was
as
an
he
uh-oh.
said that, I'm like, I need to take a note of this. I'm going to forget otherwise.
I suspect it had actually nothing to do with the 82 hostages, and it had to do with why they actually staged the attack.
Yeah,
What they were there
we should
for.
probably have people on Alderaan investigate that. Unless the Jedi send something, or
The Jedi are currently occupied with the amassing of forces to Alderaan.
so not a single Jedi can try to sense out what's going on in Alderaan.
They can. You know who's not going anywhere on Alderaan?
Where?
Anakin.
I think Murderator has it right. I think it's all just a big smoke screen. What did they really do?
All right, so
Do we want to go back to
This is-
Alderaan?
Must have been
so that is where
must have been that headshot.
the party.
so that's where cunning and
you will go back to
streetwise
Alderaan and figure it
or
out.
cunning and deception would come into handy. More so streetwise because you're not actually talking to someone. It would be more streetwise.
All right. So who's good at streetwise?
I got a decent cunning. I got a streetwise as a talent, but I don't have.
Cutting one rank.
You're
in
pretty
Streetwise.
cunning for a droid.
Yeah, I knew I'd need to involve a lot of lying.
Uh,
Uh-oh, a droid that can lie.
I don't look.
Dangerous.
I don't look like a
territory.
typical combat droid. I look a bit more. I try to go for an HK-47.
Okay,
feel
I
it
do
looks
have
more
street
like a protocol
smarts.
droid.
So I can reduce
smarts.
by one setback any rolls that involve streetwise.
Well,
But
I have a cunning of 2 and no ranks in streetwise, so I'm useless
I
there.
have a cunning of 4. So, but I got no ranks. But I can take away.
Can I give him a
setback.
bonus? With my 2 green and 1 yellow?
You can give him a rank of 1
Okay, I'm giving you a rank of 1.
while
so
you put your heads together.
Alright, cool.
Okay. What's
We're making
my
a good team.
difficulty?
That would be
Shiv,
3
your cunning?
upgraded once and 1 setback.
what's your
I
cunning?
gotta grab one more green.
But he
okay.
gets to remove a setback.
Oh well, then he gets to remove that 1 setback.
So, well,
You
thank
remove
you,
the setback?
Shienza. Yes, I
Okay,
did.
cool.
So, let's get you and you out of there. Let's get you and you out of there.
I'm just trying to see if there's anything that we
There's
can...
3 successes.
There's 3 successes. Okay, so you definitely determined that there is huge amounts of credits involved in this transfer. I'm sorry, not only to make the clone troopers, house them, feed them, arm them, train them. Are there defectors in the Republic?
Sounds like a
Well,
group of
you know what he said?
separatists.
Just take what he said and put a Brooklyn accent on it. Because I'm not going to repeat it. But that's...
It's
okay.
like that fight all over again. Just... Oh, my head hurts.
Alright, well then, you know your next assignment. You are not going to be under the command of Obi-Wan. Eventually, you're going to be transferred under the command of General Ram Kota. But in the interim, you have autonomy over what your decisions are.
That's not a good choice, maybe. But I'll take it. You know, I was kind of blacklisted for a little while. You do know that, right, Mr. Obi-Wan?
You get like
Master.
two elbows in your ribs.
This is the sort of thing one does
There's
not
most
share
of
with
us
a
might
former
have
superior
issues.
officer.
Padawan.
So once you're not a Padawan anymore, you become a knight.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought. So we are Jedi Knights then. We're not
Yes.
Padawans. So our mission is to go to Onderon and investigate this dude.
Well, not to investigate. You know that he's there. Just see if you can find him,
He's not gonna be.
For how much longer?
or if he
yeah.
went to the nearby planet. That's like, you know.
Should we contact Onderon and see if they've been like invaded yet, or
Well, oh, that's been done. They have not yet.
yet being the operative word?
Okay. This is getting more Sentinel-like all the time, and I really wish I was a better Sentinel.
Yeah, this is not.
This is getting kind of cloak and daggerish.
Yeah, it's too thinky for me.
Well, Trogno, actually, you said some things that spurred me on, and I truly appreciate that, because you have that instinctual, I don't want to say...
I'm like drawing pistols and twirling them and reholstering them.
I'm trying to not use the word simplicity because it sounds bad, but it's not. It's not always. You kind of took things down to their simplest layer.
Should we just vote on whether or not to bomb Duxon?
I don't know if we have that choice. I don't think we have that.
It's
They
an
did-
uninhabited moon.
Here's the thing is, we have autonomy, but we don't got the codes. They were smart enough for that.
He's kind of reasonable for a Jedi.
Hang on.
I'm a sentinel. Okay, we work
Who
a
has
little
ranks in
different.
deception?
We work a little different. They give us. They like to throw us into fluid situations where we can provide plausible deniability, and they can toss us under the bus if necessary. That's a sentinel for you.
Okay, I've got coercion and I've got deception. I say we find Mr. Mac who has the codes.
Well, if there's honestly, it's an uninhabited moon. Can we check and see if there's life forms down there?
Well, there would be animals, but
Okay, life scanner on Duxon. Lights up like a Christmas tree, on top of a Christmas tree, on top of a Hanukkah menorah. There is some of the most aggressive and strong life forms in the galaxy on Duxon and Onderon.
Good hunting.
and Onderon,
And Onderon.
like more than just typical like beast hunter Drexels and
Like the Drax.
yeah.
Yeah. They're also on Duxon too.
Wait, I knew they were on Duxon. That's
I
why
hear it's
asked.
your kind of place.
That sounds like fun.
Yes, how fitting for survivalists.
That's kind of what I'm.
While we're doing this, he is going to, while we're en route, he is going to be fiddling with this other droid. He wants to name it Doombot.
Doom.
Master, are you replacing me already?
No. I just
Doombot and Murderator. Oh, you should officially change your name to Murderator.
it is. It's just
you know DMBT.
DMBT1. And this is DMBT2, and that's DMBT 135, and that's the numbers get way too high after a little while. It's a Doombot,
I
you know,
approve
they're
of this-
everywhere.
I approve of this undertaking, Master.
All right, so your request for Windu to meet you on Onderon and maybe not instruct you in Vapad, but give you all of the rundown that he can give someone is going to happen there.
Question. Do you wear robes?
I believe I'm wearing armored robes.
How Jedi do you look?
He looks like a big monster.
It looks
Okay.
like
Okay, whippets are like Hippo
No, I
people.
know what they look like. I just
Very
I
And
wasn't
he's
sure.
ugly, and he's scarred up for a whip.
Okay,
and
hippo
fierce.
people. Yeah.
Yeah, hippo
Like,
people.
they've
They're
got
hippo people.
long,
Uh,
Long tusks.
pronounced, well, I mean, long pronounced heads
Yeah.
with big tusks.
Yeah, no,
and-
no, I've got a picture of one, but because
Oh,
if we
really?
don't look like Jedi and we're just meeting Jedi there, we can sneak on the planet, not letting anyone know we're Jedi. That wouldn't alert Darth Maul or any of his people if they're there.
I
And-
definitely do not look like a Jedi. I like wear a big sombrero,
Awesome.
and no Jedi would ever wear that. They're just not cool enough.
I just,
But we sneak on, and then we get a feel for it. If he's on the planet, great, we can fight him there. If not, we can bomb Duxon.
I just wear armor.
There, none of
No,
us look like Jedi.
I'm not into the robes thing. It
We
just-
sneak onto the planet. We go
well,
on.
I
We
am
go
wearing
on like
armor.
smugglers.
Sneaking doesn't go as
No,
well as.
we
Well,
sneak on like
Dave, I don't know about
smugglers.
sombreros, but I do know of a whipped Jedi that did wear a
He's
headpiece
not a weapon.
but
like
he's-
this.
He's wearing the samurai hat.
Yeah.
Not a sombrero, but
It's close.
close.
Yeah, stealth ain't my thing, but
No, it's hiding in plain sight. We let people
Is
think
that a
we're
whippet or a
smugglers or
Chevin?
something.
It was a whipped.
kind of looks Chevin to me.
Huh?
That kind of looks Chevin to me, though.
Yeah.
It looks Chevy to me too.
There's no big trunk here.
No, they don't really have trunks so much as.
That's Chevin. I think you even gave me that mini. You said it was a Chevin when
No,
we played.
it's. I did it because it was the closest I had to a
Uh,
Chevin.
Oh, did you have a Chevin at one point?
No, this
Yeah.
is different.
Yeah, that's definitely this character. When I go to the, visit page, Nook is a whipped Jedi who fought in the Clone Wars. He survived Order 66. Yeah.
It was the hat. That's why he survived. It was the hat.
The cool factor.
Well, in Pathfinder, it gave you the ability to, once per day or something, avoid a critical injury. I'm sorry, a critical hit.
So apparently,
So apparently,
Order 66 was a critical hit. And that's
so apparently that's how he
avoided it.
survived it.
The hat.
Disguise yourself as Raiden.
All right, so
All right, so
Sneaking on.
All right, so there is your details for getting on. If you're going to Onderon, and you're sneaking with them, you're not gonna make the meeting with Mace Windu.
We could let's.
Oh, I failed my check to fix the flamethrower. Can I have him make it now or no?
How does he do his mechanics?
Well, with manipulate, I'm too.
All right, give me a difficulty 2 check at 2 setback.
Okay.
I have a feeling we're gonna need a concealed flamethrower at some point.
On a jump, on a
Doesn't
on a
doesn't
boreal
everybody
planet,
need a
yeah.
concealed flamethrower sooner or later? Do you want to peek over my shoulder? It's your flamethrower. Maybe you can add a die.
Yes.
Do I get any extra dice if she helps, even though she tried once?
Well, no, she didn't succeed.
Okay.
She already screwed it up.
Okay. Well, there are no successes and there are no failures. it's literally
one
just
disadvantage.
advantages and disadvantages.
You look at it and go, I've never seen this model before. I'm not very familiar with this.
Well, there's one disadvantage. I may burn my fingers. I'm not sure. Ow,
Can I
it's
just
hot.
get a new arm? It's
Oh,
hot.
I'm sorry. You said there was one disadvantage.
One disadvantage cancel. Everything cancels out to one disadvantage.
Okay, well, you think you got one thing open, and oh no, it doesn't open.
No, no.
It might never open.
Can I get a new arm with a new flamethrower?
That's not good. What I just did, that's not good. Okay. Let's get back to this later, okay, Ada? Okay.
supposed to be not against the fake Darth Maul. That's not what I hit send on.
All right.
Clearly it is, because it's out there.
Is that on Instagram or is that on Twitter?
It'll be on both.
No, that what you were looking at.
Instagram.
Okay.
Wouldn't matter, dude. It just sends exactly the same thing.
I don't know whether it would change. But
All right.
Do you guys
So-
have an Instagram for Nerdarchy?
All right, so
Oh, yeah.
so you guys are definitely trying to sneak on to Onderon or Duxon.
Onderon.
Onderon.
Okay,
Duxon is going to be trapped.
okay.
How about
I
our
would not put it past him to
Zextro
trap the
friend?
whole
Are you
moon.
following these?
Oh yeah.
You know
Or
what?
Whippet?
The most sensible Jedi I've ever met, and
It's
the
the
most
least Jedi
agreeable
Jedi.
droid. Absolutely, I'm going with him.
I honestly think that we need to have the conversation
If you,
with Window.
Well, he's
Okay.
meeting
my
us on Onderon,
right now,
so-
my droid's kind of bossing me around. If you want to stay and talk to Mace, and we'll just see if we turn anything up. I promise we won't kill anything until you get there. Well, I promise we'll try not to kill anything until you get there.
Try.
Try to wound it.
You never specified how hard I had to try. It's like, I'm trying not to kill you.
My
Oh,
God,
I failed.
I think I got myself like this hunter killer droid that's like as an English teacher or something.
Nice.
5 or 4.
Wow. Wow.
She'll be polite to you when she kills you.
All right, so
No,
I'm
she
gonna
said it
need
correctly.
I'm gonna need you all to give me a stealth check to get through,
Oh yeah.
or a deception check.
I'll
to
go
get through.
deception.
Probably deception. Yeah, deception's good. I'm not bad on stealth. I'm much better on deception though.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty will be based on the vigilance of the deckhands there. So that is 1 and 1. 1 difficulty, 1
Setback.
challenge die.
Oh. The red one?
The red one.
one.
I don't know. That looks like a pretty good dice pool to me.
Yeah.
And I get a blue for my skill thing. Not that it helps.
I got one
Oh!
failure.
Oh!
Oh, that ain't good. No matter how many successes you get, a despair never looks good.
So what were you doing? Deceiving or stealthing?
Stealth.
All right. Congrats.
No one sees me. I got an advantage and a triumph.
You, buddy?
Not a good thing.
What do we, what
Well,
do we got
it's only
here?
a despair effect because officially
Yeah, that would transfer to that.
yeah.
That's
So
pencil.
it's 1 success, 2 advantages, and a despair effect.
All right. Well, you succeeded, but the despair effect is that it is becoming public knowledge that you're nowhere to be found. So that means if there are moles around here, that information's getting out to.
Him, that you suddenly
Okay.
vanished.
Okay.
And our Zextro.
I failed. One failure.
All right. You were
Oh,
all right.
catch
So,
me.
right. So you were trying to convince the deckhand to let you onto the shuttle that she's sneaking onto, and he's like, "You're not on the manifest. Get out of here." Well,
I got no.
2 for 3 ain't bad.
I got no force skills in that way.
Force
I could only
persuasion.
just cut. Yeah, I don't have any of that. I could just cut his head off. Is all.
You could, however, hang on, Orbeck.
Oh, you mean Cobb?
Yeah, Cobb. You're in the shuttle now, right?
Yes, I am. I could.
You could
I
use your triumph to try to.
No, that was her triumph.
My triumph. I can use my
But she has
triumph
computer
to-
skills.
You could use your triumph to help him see if to get him on the manifest. So roll your deception again.
All right.
Do I need to make a
Can I
computer
roll
roll?
deception to see if I can bluff his way on?
No, you're hiding.
Should I make a computer roll or no?
No.
So have you gone to my way of thinking that the bad dice need to be weighted so the black goes up?
And I'm putting all the best ones at the top for the good dice.
Right?
You know what bothers me is the force die are actually more. There are more dark side dots than there are light side dots.
Well, it's probably on purpose.
Probably.
That's not balance. I suppose there's no balance to the
point.
force.
It invariably comes back to darkness. Is that what you're saying?
So I have 2 advantage and a failure.
2 advantage and a failure. Okay, well, the good news is you're going to be on the next shuttle, but just
You're just gonna
just
get
not
there
on
late.
with them.
So the number of white and black dice balance.
It's the sides. That's
But there are more dark sides.
sides.
than light
That's what it
sides.
was. Okay. Yeah.
Because there's only one side that has 2 black dots or dark side, but there's 1, 2, 3 sides that have 2 light side.
So there's a higher chance of getting a dark, but there's a higher chance of getting 2 light.
Yes. Of getting a good light side roll.
So this would have been my pool for trying to get on. Not
Yeah, whippets, especially fearsome whippets in stealth. I don't see them necessarily
Intimidate.
going.
Intimidate your way on.
that I can do. Well,
I need to be on this flight.
No, but you chose that you were going to go learn from Mace Windu
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
so there'd be no point to making that roll either way.
Correct.
All right, so we are going to do your interaction first.
Okay.
Both of these are going to be quick, but
And then we'll figure out how I join with these.
Actually, what you said is exactly what's happened. This body is split up.
It's inevitable.
Darth Maul's plan.
It happens in all the movies.
I volunteer to go down the basement alone just because it seems like the smart thing to do.
so,
Specifically, the Star Wars movies, they always separate.
all right, so
It's like the plot of Attack of the
all right, so
Clones.
you meet up at Isis Spaceport on Onderon. Meet up with Master Windu. He's like, "All right, son, come on in. Let me tell you what I can."
Master.
So first, I'd like to know, what was it like fighting a Sith? You were probably the first ones to have done it in 1,000 years.
His form was, impeccable, and he stood toe to toe with Master Obi-Wan, myself, and Cav. And when we were winning, but it was not in any way, shape, or form, easy. I show him the 4 wounds that are, all over my my shoulders and head. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, that is a common trend between Sith apprentices and Jedi Padawans or Knights. The dark side drives them to do more with what little they have. That's how historically we've seen some apprentices take on knights or even masters and sometimes win. They have no compunction about holding anything back and doing whatever it takes to win. Form 7 definitely embodies that. It is definitely a more direct form. It is more open and connect than Form 5, but is far less elaborate than Ataru.
Alright, so as a warrior, am I in Form 1, I imagine?
You've taken She checked.
Mhm.
It's Form 1.
Okay.
That is actually the basic form that every Jedi takes on when they become a Padawan. They then begin to branch off into other forms. However, you've elected to take the basics of Shicho and refine them to the best of it as a martial art. And that's why Shicho Knight is the only lightsaber class to have Swordmaster.
Okay.
Where you get to re-roll one of your attack rolls once per session.
Oh, cool.
That's all the way down there. Natural Bladesman, I think it's called.
Natural Blade Master, yep, okay. That's only 35 points away. So, is there anything as a warrior? We all know that there are.
I would also have to say that, according to one of our old Jedi Masters, Rook Lamar, fighting one enemy with Juyo is extremely deadly. It is, as he put it, designed to eviscerate a lone enemy. And even the one Sith Lord, according to the accounts of Mitra Surik, Darth Treya once said that it is both chaotic and erratic with a heavy focus on offense. So one of the biggest ways to get around it, and I think one of your soldier friends found a way was to strike him off balance. Maybe not try to attack him directly, because my version, Vapad, draws on the dark side emotions of my opponent. Anytime they get frustrated suddenly against me, they become devastated. So any small flaw that you can pick up in their form will become magnified with this style. Now I could attempt to teach you Vapad. I sense that you've gotten closer to what it takes to be a true Jedi. And I could begin to teach you this. And I will, but the moment I sense that you're not able to handle this, I'm going to stop. And I hope you can respect that.
That is fine, Master. What stat does Form 7 go off of?
Strength. Brawn. Alternatively, it could also be willpower or agility.
Brawn is my forte, so.
Alright then. I think we're going to get you started on that. And actually begin setting you down a custom Juyo career tree. Well, you chose this path. You're going to get a reward.
All right.
Woohoo!
All right. Shuttle crew. And second shuttle crew. You get there, you're like, where's the guy? Second shuttle comes. Oh, there he is. Alright, so you get on planet. What do you want to do?
Shall we investigate?
Well, are we in a? I'm guessing we're
The
in some
icy
sort of.
spaceport?
Okay, the same. We are in the safe spaceport. Is it like a city? Onderon only has one city, right?
Yeah.
The whole planet's one city, isn't it?
Well, no, all the planet is like one jungle. There are a lot of settlements by like the Beastmasters and Riders, but Isis spaceport and hold on.
Is this the place where you can ride a beast actually to the moon sometimes?
Yeah, yeah, Drexel actually, because somehow, and I don't know how science allows this,
They can breathe
the
and
moon and the main planet orbit so close to each other that their atmospheres overlap. But somehow, there's not a big enough gravitational shift. Star Wars. But yeah.
That is the difference between science fantasy and science fiction.
Exactly.
You do it
You
by
won't find this kind of
realigning
stuff in Star Trek.
realign the deflector dish.
I'm sorry.
Can't compensate for gravimetric.
The capital city is Isis.
Okay.
You're at Isis spaceport of Isis.
Yeah.
Okay.
The spaceport in the city, yeah.
Well, does anybody have any? Do you have any specific knowledge, or are we just going to?
I have
start
warfare. One.
I know that the
Okay. So
palace is
between
here. We could kill the queen and take the
so between
planet for
people
ourselves.
so between people with
We'll
warfare
keep that
knowledge,
possibility in mind for you.
Put that
streetwise
on the back
knowledge,
burner.
or core world knowledge, see what you can figure
Core
out.
knowledge for Onderon.
All right.
The difficulty will be 3 and 3 setbacks.
Oh, this is not going to go well.
You're each going to use whatever is your highest skill amongst
So it was core
Those three.
worlds.
core worlds,
Warfare.
streetwise, or warfare. Yes.
I have a
Okay.
lot more bad dice than good dice here.
And it was 3 and 2.
You and me both.
3 and 2. You
That's
said?
what mine looks like.
Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like some more?
Don't you?
Yes.
Would you all like a challenge die?
Yes.
Ooh, we get light side. It's a three.
That's why I'm like, it's a knowledge check. I'd rather roll
Okay,
the
yeah.
knowledge check
Yeah,
than on the combat check when it could cost us our lives.
You want it?
Yeah, I'll tell you.
All right.
I'm afraid.
I can
Is that
name
for each of us or for one person?
You
check?
each get a challenge die, but you can use that now.
Not for, not for this check.
Okay.
Warfare's not even on my list of.
No, you
options.
have to add it. It's one he always adds.
Yeah.
And
It's actually
I always
listed.
forget to put skills in there because it's never on the paper.
It's part of a new soldier recruits, I think.
Well, no, they've been in the soldier trees since the core
Well,
book.
I have.
Okay.
But for
You
whatever
know-
reason, they didn't put it in the standard lineup.
So
I,
wait,
I
it's,
have. Oh, I do have.
you
one.
said it's free. It's 3 and 2, right? 3.
Yeah.
So actually, I get to take one away because I'm using Street Smart.
So I have 2 successes
Oh,
and 3 setbacks.
you are getting holed up, my friend, but you got your information.
Nice. Just takes a little more time.
Okay.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Oh, that's pretty nice, actually.
You were doing what again? Knowledge warfare?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind that.
2 success.
You're not being held up. I thought you were doing streetwise.
No.
Okay. Oh, you know why?
You got your information,
I forgot that.
and I have been detained until your boss
That's
No.
all
comes.
good.
1 success, 1
One
advantage.
success,
So my boss
one
comes.
advantage.
Ram Kota. Yes.
2 failure, 1 disadvantage.
What was that? Just knowledge?
Core world on run.
Okay. Well, that's only one threat.
they glitched the download of the data.
Yeah, buddy. What do you got?
One success, one advantage.
Okay. Okay, so the one advantage, in addition to knowing some of the suspicious activity around, tells you that there could have been. It sounded like there was a lot of shuttle traffic lately between Duxon and Onderon, and it wasn't just care packages to and from the planet. So while there hasn't been an offensive made here, there's definitely been a migration.
Okay. He's going to do this again when he gets to Duxon, but he's going to first take out the.
Was there anything else you wanted to like sense again? Since
Well, that's what
since
he's
it's-
taking out
since
the
it's been
crystal.
8 hours.
He's going to take out the crystal.
Oh, by the way,
You can try to get rid
By
of
the
them
way,
again.
you're going to be given some medical attention for that wound. So you want to roll your resistance,
All right.
your resilience again at 2 difficulty.
No.
All right, still got it.
I'm going to make force roll on each crystal.
Okay.
Seems unfair. to get rid of it.
Spending some dark sides. I'm holding this is a corrupted Sith crystal. Maybe not
Alright.
the best thing to be
And
spending.
you're going
a dark-
down to morality.
I'm going down to morality.
Okay. Guess what? You're the highest morality person here.
He's gonna.
Morality is a resource.
Yes, it is. 4 sentinels, it is.
Doesn't something awesome happen if you get above 90?
Once you get above 70, then you start adding a light result to the destiny pool before you even roll. Once you get beyond 90, yeah, it's +2 instead of 1.
I assume it's also it's the same the other way with like below 10.
Below 30.
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh, I gotta be careful.
Yeah, it happened sooner than you thought.
What are
didn't
you
it?
at now?
I'm in my 40s, I think.
Ah,
I
you
just
got
I went
plenty
back down to
of room.
50.
No,
57.
no, you were
57.
At
Oh,
you were
okay.
up at 59, so you're at 57 now.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You got plenty of wiggle room.
He's holding the
Need some orphans here,
lightsaber
good.
crystal, and he made a sense roll. He's like, darkness. Okay, I'm diving in.
Okay, you do. And you see a lush jungle around you, some very specific ruins, and then the camera turns around and you're looking right into Maul's eyes, and then you get snapped back. To
Wait, a quick question. Oh, I hate
You do
whiplash.
recognize some of the architecture,
Uh-huh.
and you're going to describe this to everyone here.
Uh-huh.
Well, to her. So why don't you both give me a knowledge core worlds Onderon check at 2 difficulty. See if you can.
Well, he can. I mean, if you want to make a roll.
I'm
too.
detained.
Oh, you're.
You can go to him, but then you'll be detained too.
Oh, wait. You're detained for medical, or is that for something? else?
I have to wait for the boss to show up.
Okay. 1 success and 1. I was about to say despair. 1 disadvantage.
1 success, 1 disadvantage. Okay, you're gonna
I
take.
meant the 2 success, 2 disadvantage.
So double the other. Okay. Okay, so you're gonna take 1 strain. You're gonna take 2 system strain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
As
I
you
really
as you
think there's
realize,
something wrong with the
that's
video they uploaded.
that's pretty close to ISIS. You're not quite sure what those ruins were named, but you know by the geography of where they are, it's maybe a day's march from here.
So it's not on Duxon.
It's on Onderon.
It's on Onderon. Okay, okay.
Is there a way to tell if he could tell where you were based on the snapback?
Not necessarily. I don't know if he knows we're here or not at this
Did you
point.
get any threats on that sense check?
No threats, just disadvantage.
That's the same thing.
Okay.
So maybe.
So maybe. There was a disadvantage, so...
Then I suggest we launch our attack quickly. Do an aerial bombing of the area we know those ruins are in.
Alright, so shortly after that happens, you hear the boss is coming in. Okay, let's see if I can find a picture of him to share.
Oh, we got visual aids.
Woohoo!
I wish we had the tracker here. We could use some tracking skills right now. Later, he'll be back.
I have a tracker path that I'm
Yeah, we're not
ignoring.
going to do too much more without him, don't worry.
Except maybe...
I definitely have this whole side that's all tracking that I'm ignoring.
Oh, okay.
I don't plan on taking any of that.
What is that, for a sniper or...
Yeah, sharpshooter.
Yeah, my tracking is this, so it's not.
That's still about...
There's not a higher resolution image of this guy? My god.
Oh, there is a grit there at least.
Alright. Here's your new boss coming.
Another Jedi.
Playing a Jedi game, man. Get used to it.
He's got a green lightsaber. Never really impressed by the green lightsaber. Give me a yellow.
I haven't decided what color mine is.
Just because I'm Sentinel, I'm going with a yellow.
Well, once you unbleed that crystal, it could be silver, could be bronze. Depends.
Could it be purple?
Why
No.
are you fixated on that purple color, man?
Because Base Wisdom is the only one that has a purple lightsaber.
Well, no.
You gotta
We
make
don't
it
want to
So
go
we gotta
purple.
stick to a formula, huh?
If he ends up, he ignites
No,
his
I want to
lightsaber.
break the formula.
It's purple, and suddenly, out of the sky, drops an emissary from Disney.
Darth Mouse.
Death Mal.
Dave's Darth Mouse.
I can't do Donald Duck tonight. I'm the apprentice.
Ah, yes, hello. My name is General Ram Kota. I've been assigned to be your boss since I am well skilled in jungle warfare, specifically against the, specifically with the Wookiees against the Trandoshians.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I've been waiting around for you, just hanging out, cooling my heels.
Oh, good. That's very uncharacteristic of you, which is why you are locked in that cell. I see.
I think they're afraid I was going to wander off to the cafeteria and get lost.
Right. That'd be a sad blow to the effort now, wouldn't it?
I believe so.
All right, and you are our Whippet, I see.
Indeed.
You must be Trognor. Where is the rest of the group?
Oh, I think they went out for lunch.
I'm sorry, did you go out for lunch? Or go out perhaps on a, let's see, the one is listed as being brashly independent, and the other is a droid with a vocabulator that would make a murderer seem normal?
Maybe. I don't know him that well. You just met.
Would one of you mind contacting them and telling them to come back?
Sure. All right, group. We're
I think the cell's shielded.
we're here with the boss. Why don't you bring it in?
I get on the comment. I'm like, hey. So I heard something before about reasonable autonomy. But yeah, we'll be back there for you guys.
And make sure you bring some lunch for me too.
Oh, I hear something about lunch. Okay, would you like anything? Some raw meat? Well, I'm big on raw meat. How about you, Trognor? If I bring some raw meat, would you like some? We'll stop at a butcher shop. We'll be quick, though.
Would it not be faster to
She's-
simply kill our own meat, Master?
We're among sentients.
You
Let's
haven't-
get into that.
You haven't left the city, and there's plenty.
There's plenty of meat around.
There's plenty of butchers around looking to
Yes.
sell
If
us.
it's
You're walking with
organic,
one.
it's meat.
Do me a favor, Ader. Can you go in your databanks and see if you know what Zextros eat? It might be some like gruely thing. I don't know.
Well, I do have xenobiology, so I would actually know that.
I'm curious. I'm gonna take 5. So, all right. So, you eventually all get back there. The bulk of the force arrives with him too. Very good. You're all back here now. I don't know if you know me. That doesn't matter. All you need to know is that I am very well skilled in forest and jungle warfare. Specifically with the Wookiees on Kashyyyk against the Trandoshians.
That's good because he's only a little bit outside the city right now, so we probably should deal with that.
All right then. All
That
right,
was
look.
a really productive lunch break.
Yeah, we work
All right,
through
then.
lunch.
I would suggest doing an aerial bombardment. Fire would be the most effective.
I disagree. I would go with thermal detonators. Just drop them.
Plasma.
Yes, but fire, if you do it in a big enough arc around, would encase them inside so they would be unable to escape, and we could round them up and destroy what is left.
That would be more effective if we would not decimate the ecosystem here. Thermal detonators, on the other hand, are a possibility.
Why is
I'm
the
gonna put up a
ecosystem so
map.
important?
It's how these organics here live.
I fail to see the importance.
Okay.
I have a profile on
I do not doubt this for some reason.
I could get into a whole conversation about the natural order of things and all of that, but I
Explaining
don't
that to a
think you
synthetic
care.
organism is kind of pointless.
That's why I said, but I don't think you care.
I gotta say something though, Ader. I mean, I've been with the Jedi since I was like 3 years old. But Deveronians in general have a great love for the environment and their planet. So, out of respect to my ancestors, who I was stolen away from,
don't sound
I
bitter
would
at
like
all.
to. I would like to. I think we should pay respect to the ecosystem.
Very well, Master. I will acquiesce.
Imagine us bombing out like a ton of what you would consider beautiful, productive factories. And what a waste you might think that would be.
It depends on if I can repurpose the parts that are not destroyed.
Yeah. Okay. Well, never mind. Let's just not have this discussion. Okay.
Very well then. I'm gonna put a map up in front of you, and he unveils at the hollow table a three-dimensional holographic representation of the jungle and ruins around him. I want you to orient to where you saw your little vision.
Gee, thank you for making it diminutive. I really appreciate that. That's mighty arrogant of you. Thanks, Phil. But, okay, can I... Yeah, by the way, you do know that my master, who when I Padawan to, was kicked out of the order. Yeah, never mind. Do I need to make a roll, or can he just kind of pick it out?
No, you're going to be able to pick it out. He's giving you...
No, but can he just, can carve, just pick out on the map?
Yes.
Or does he need to make a roll?
No, you can just point out to it.
Yeah, right about here.
All right, then. If that was the way they were going to come up, who has knowledge warfare?
Yo.
I do. And I come from a boreal planet.
Okay.
Hey, so you
Oh,
bonus.
you weren't stolen by
That
it
sounds
from
like
away from
bonus
your
dice.
So
family.
you get
How
2
nice.
boost dice on this knowledge check.
Okay.
And I want you to give me a check at difficulty 3 upgraded once with 1 setback.
Again, with all the bad dice.
How many setback?
1.
Well, that blanked.
Well,
blanked.
wow.
I never know how to understand you're looking at the dice, because there's times that you're like, wow, that's awesome, or wow, that's
terrible.
bad.
All right, I got one fail.
I got 3
All right.
failures and 2 disadvantages.
You guys suck.
I'm terrible.
All right.
You know, I got no knowledge of warfare, but would you like me to give this a shot?
Good nerd.
All right.
Really couldn't.
As Coda begins explaining his pattern of attack and ambush setup, you all seem to think he knows what he's talking about.
I never think anybody knows what they're talking about, myself included, but okay.
Just tell me where you want me to stand and who you want me to shoot.
I say we give his plan a try, and then if halfway through we come up with a better plan, we go with that.
You got more knowledge?
Are you
warfare
skilled
than me.
with blasters or rifles?
I'm kind of like, I kind of go like this. I'm like, got all these blasters on me.
Oh, maybe you carried it around with you somewhere else. Okay. Blaster pistols. All right, we're going to have you set more in a close combat situation. And then you... They're going to try to come up through that pathway. I want to have you there. All right, so let's get you some makeshift camouflage. And then you... Setups. How good are you two at sneaking?
We
Adequate.
snuck on board on the planet.
Yeah,
Hey,
you didn't know we were here, right? So we did
Yeah.
pretty good.
Well, I knew you were here.
You knew we were here because you knew they were here.
Adar, the
Yes.
the droid that was the Sith had a
Yes.
hollow thingy. Can we use that to give you a different appearance?
In theory,
See?
I wouldn't have the mechanics to do it on my own, but the two of us together might be able to install it.
Yeah, we could do that.
We just have to figure out whether the holographic projection is tied into the force manipulation or not.
You gonna try to make it look like Mr. Tiny Horns?
That might be that would be counterproductive because if he's in the settlement,
They would know who to shoot at.
yes, me.
But
And if he's not, I don't know enough of his mannerisms to copy being him.
I'm just thinking if you're looking to not be obvious this, look like something else.
Well, the clone troopers are wearing similar armor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I could look like one of them, come back like a scouting party or something.
All right. Well, now, how would you plan to describe your absence from one of the command units? Because suddenly a random scout trooper coming in would raise alarms. Unless, of course, we were to find a scouting party, kill everyone in there, and have you come back as one of their survivors.
That would be the most,
But
most
then
effective method.
that then betrays our presence.
Wait a minute. There are a lot of hunters here.
Oh, I'm assuming they already. Oh, I'm already assuming they know we're here.
Do you
However,
know?
I could also blame the Canox. Or no,
Minox?
Zack Egg.
So those-
Zakeg and Canox are here.
Canox are tiny though; they eat everything. But no, it's the Zack Eggs. They're the big things. Say the whole scouting party got taken out by a Zack Egg, and then I come back as the lone survivor, managed to.
Do they-
get
Hey,
away.
when they know that what parties we're out and what parties we're in, let's go shoot these. Just shoot them up.
Now,
We don't have to.
do they have
Can
any?
I just make myself invisible?
I don't know if the unit works quite that way. And besides
Well,
which,
I don't know how long time it takes, but remember it. Think about it. For,
Oh, I'm all
do
for
they
upgrades.
have any?
You said they know we're coming.
Well,
Maybe we shouldn't be messing around with all this stuff. We should hurry up and hit them hard and fast.
do they?
Or not at all.
Yeah.
Did you
Scorched
perhaps?
Earth response.
Did you perhaps mean a Boma too?
Sure, but 3 words: scorched Earth response.
No.
These
No.
guys aren't feeling that at all.
And this is why
So-
they'll lose.
Well, you seem to be. I'm more of a city guy. You seem to be you seem to be the mucky muck on this stuff. Are we going to go? Do you want somebody trying to stealth in, or do you want us like to just come, flanking, or do you want us in? Yeah.
Well, Adar, how confident are you in your subterfuge?
Fairly confident.
Well, if we lost you, we would only be losing a synthetic. So, all right, if you're gonna give it a
I
shot.
am capable of
Hey,
rewiring
I'm
myself
now
the
in
last
charge
minute
of
to
this.
detonate with a very large blast radius. So if you were unfortunately within that blast radius, you would also perish.
Or if you were to be found in the enemy base, you would go off there.
I don't like you.
Whoa, wait a minute. Missy Murderator here is a bomb?
I can make myself a bomb. Anything can become a bomb if you're clever enough.
I pick up a rock.
We ain't that clever.
I don't know. You have,
Give me two more.
Don't you have atomic manipulation or something like that?
Give me 2 more force dice, and I can probably manipulate the atoms of that rock to make you a bomb. But not quite yet.
All right then. On that note, we are going to begin this subterfuge.
All right.
So we're going to cut here, so that way we have more time for our Ewok buddy to come back for next session. And everybody's going to get 15 XP to spend.
Woohoo!
Including our Ewok buddy.
Alright, so he gets 35. Alright, want to take us out then?
All right then. Until next time.
Stay nerdy.
Right.